Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I don't even know if my headphones are on. What am I doing? Good morning. Are we connected? If we can hear stuff.
With these hoes, so I'm just having fun.
John, I didn't invite you. You follow me, so you got a notification that I went live. I didn't invite you. I haven't even shared the live. That's so silly, John. Why do you follow me? Hi, Cam. Hi, Dean. I feel way better than I did. I'm just ready for my voice to be like 100%. I'm just having some strawberry yogurt for breakfast. Hi, Ryan. Okay, John. Have the day you deserve, man. Hi, B. I feel way better. I'm just ready for my voice to be back. I love yogurt. Good morning. Hi, Nikita. Good morning. I've never heard of it, Finn, so I don't think so. WCAM. Oh, Keo strawberry. It's really good. My mom brought this for me yesterday. It's Activia strawberry. She thought she'd bring me something with probiotics in it since I'm on antibiotics. So. We'll just put that with our cup of coffee to take to the kitchen later. Excuse me, sorry, I'm sending a text to my mother-in-law. All right. I feel a lot better today. My voice is still not 100%, but it's something, I guess. Oh, I gotta close down phasmophobia. So the antibiotics are really working. They really are. And so I just wish my voice would come back. Hi, Tortilla. I don't even know what that means, Tortilla. All right, chat. Let's tap the screen share the live. Do all of the good things. It looks like RJ's on this morning, so we gotta work double hard. Even though he's not getting any ops either. Also, we have a special guest this morning with my dad. So once we get more people in here, they will be coming to the show for a special interview. Very excited. Yes, Andrea, you can. It's crossplay. You can. My husband plays on Xbox, and me, Jess, and I think just about everybody else except Moth. I think Moth plays on console too. I don't know if it's Xbox or PlayStation, but I think the rest of us are on PC. RJ Smarj. By the way, Queso and Margs, you escaped the coop yesterday. Both of you. I don't know how your little asses did it, but you escaped the fucking coop yesterday and about gave me a goddamn heart attack. I walk outside. So, like, Juniper, I never put on a leash because she's a heel dog, right? Like, she'll come as soon as I tell her to come. So I don't have to worry about her. Whereas Journey's a rover, so I put him on a leash because if I don't, he'll be gone for 3 days. So normally, anytime I go outside to like tend to the chickens or whatever, Judy comes with me. She's still very much a puppy. She's about to be a year old. We're about to celebrate Judy's first birthday, guys. That's so crazy. But anyway, so I don't. She doesn't. She's never hurt a chicken, but she's also never been like face to face with a chicken, right? So I go to come outside to do my regular things, and luckily something in my gut told me not to let Junie out. So I didn't let Junie out with me because Queso and Margs was out, Earl was out, Jess was out. Hello? What are we doing? Why are you guys not in your coop? Do you know how unsafe it is out here? I built this for a reason, and how did you even escape it? Like, Queso and Margs made sense because, like, I scared Margs so bad, she fit herself in this tiny, tiny gap in the door. And I was like, that makes sense because you're so little. But Earl is a hoss. Earl is a hoss of a fucking chicken. How the fuck did you get out? It's a coop coo. Well, okay, so to be fair, that's what happened with my first chickens. I didn't know that, like, you needed to keep them fenced in so they could get used to their home. And I put my chickens in the coop one day after I brooded them in the basement, and then I let them out on their first day, and they all literally flew the coop and never came back. I was like, oh shit. That was my very first chicken experience. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Earl is the biggest chicken. Like, I'm almost afraid to get a rooster because I'm afraid Earl's gonna dominate the rooster. Love you, Allie. All right, guys, let's tippity tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things that are going to get us pushed into the algorithm this morning so we can get some good debates going. Also, let's make sure we're hitting the dollar and change train for change so we can just knock out the goal and not have to worry about it. It'd be extremely helpful. I know I'm normally on Saturday and Sunday. I'm unsure what my schedule is going to be this weekend. My husband's on his way home today, and we have our nephew's birthday party. I think he said Saturday. I have so much brain fog. I can't even like remember what's happening. W Allie for getting Faz. We will absolutely play together. But yeah, so it's either Saturday or Sunday. We're going to a pool party. I don't remember which day. Between the friggin' medicine I'm on and the sickness, my brain is just like, whatever. Your husband's got it. Don't worry about it. He's driving anyway, right? So, because when he's home, I'm just a passenger princess. All right, chat. Let's make sure we're tapping the screen. Let's go. Hi, Matt. Good morning. I adore you guys so much for being here. I think I'm going to have to go get my nose stuff because I can't breathe. It's definitely not helping me. So, guys, we have a special guest on the show today. Day number 2. My dad is back, and my dad is very excited to do an interview with the one and only Thunder Cunt. My dad is very excited to be able to ask Thunder why he feels the need to continue to call me Wide Load Emma and talk shit about me on an absolute daily basis, without ever coming and talking to me. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys with my dad and Thunder for just a few minutes while I run to my bedroom and grab my nasal spray. So, because a lot of grown men on this app cam need gentle parenting. We will be right back, chat. Well, I will be right back. Enjoy the show. Alright, guys, and we're back. See, I can already breathe. How wonderful it is to be able to fill your lungs with oxygen. Never take that for granted, chat. Should this be late show format with a band and everything? Oh, that'd be so cool. Yeah, if you don't have a phone, pick up the Ouija, just call in. Tiny Ernest sending me, that's my dad, Dark. I think one day we should pretend that it's a guest star that is Charlie Kirk. But I don't know if that's taking it too far. My dad doesn't yearn for attention. No, he hates attention. Yeah, so Thunder here is my number one hater, I would say. So my dad has a real problem, though, with him calling me every name but my actual name while being too pussy to talk to me. So if you guys happen to see Thunder on the TikTok streets, ask him why he was so quiet on the show today. Thundercut 420. There we go. Good morning, Jamie. Did you see that Natalie got the press secretary? No! Are you kidding? Oh. We're gonna have to move this cord. What is happening? Okay. Everyone, chill. Stop moving. What the heck? Alright, guys, we're gonna get it together. I promise. Here we go. Okay. Random word bubbles for Ray. I'm hoping I can eventually find people who want to, cosplay the Trump supporters that I plan on putting on this little guy's face. And we can, cosplay conversations between, my dad and the interviewee. And I can, play them on live in, intermissions and stuff, because I think it'd be really funny. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. I don't see anything saying she got press secretary, though. See, so what I'm seeing is Natalie Hart worked for Trump at White House for a year with no security clearance. Jamie, thank you for the $2.28. Some dollars with some change. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and add that to the goal real quick. Excuse me, chat. I'm so sorry. Skellahor is hilarious. Anal Sherpa is crazy. I thought that said angel. I don't know what that means, Bulldogs. His headphones are with his computer. Since he's interviewing live, he doesn't need his headphones today. If you have recordings of his voice, you can create a character AI of him. I do have recordings of his voice. That'd be so cool. Anywho, chat, if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with anything on the background, please request that you are the target audience. You had to refollow me. TikTok, get it together. Fatal Attraction. Oh, I've heard of the movie. I've just never seen it. But you're not Good morning, Dark Deplorable. You're not aging yourself. There's a lot of things that I haven't seen, to be fair. Bless thine vanilla heart. I'm done. Liberal Destroyer. It's crazy that you say that. We actually have Charlie Kirk right here. Charlie Kirk's on the show with us today. If you'd like to come up and have a conversation with Charlie, just get in the guest requests. I just sent you an invite. Hi, Liberal. Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yeah, I'm 22. This is my all. I don't know why you invited me.
Well,
I'm
because
Cam.
oh,
Ah, ah.
Cam,
Long live Charlie Kirk, though.
bye, dork. Just Clam being Clam. I do really enjoy Cam. Ooh, Andrea, guess what? Cam chowder is hilarious. I've lost 4 pounds since I started using my raccoon. Hi, KS. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for being on the two of yous. I'm very excited about it. You have a raccoon? Like, well, yeah. So I have an app, guys. Hold on, let me show it to you. It's called Bite Pal, and I get this. Hold on. This cutie patootie raccoon. His name is Basil, and every day Basil yells at me to log any of the food that I eat, along with the amount of water that I'm drinking, and then I can choose to fast. And it even gives me like meal ideas, as well. And what's really cool about this is I don't have to like type in each thing individually. You do have to pay for it, yeah. Um, I just take a picture of what I'm eating, and it like scans what I'm eating and goes, "Oh, here's what's in your meal. Here's how much that is," and I'm like, "Fucking fancy." Or I could just take like a picture of like the nutritional label. So, so yeah, Basil and I are besties, and he's very proud of me. Yeah, no, it's just the raccoon in my phone. Does your raccoon get nervous when you enter Italian food? Is that basil? I don't eat a lot of Italian food, surprisingly. I might like get a like feel a little frisky and make like a homemade lasagna every once in a while. But I haven't eaten Italian food since having basil, so we'll have to see. The parasite helped me lose weight. Oh no, that doesn't sound healthy. Yes, B, that is correct. Especially in like states like mine, the Midwest, where we just deep fry everything. Like if you go to like a local county fair, you're guaranteed to be able to find like deep fried Oreos, deep fried Snickers, deep fried Reese's, etc., etc., etc. I have no idea who had the idea to deep fry butter. Don't ask me. Don't ask me nothing. I'm sure it is, KT. I'm sure it is. All right, let's do our daily perusing of Truth Social. I've never had a deep fried Twinkie, but that's just because I don't like Twinkies. Oh, well, this is cute. All right, so let's. Hold on, we may have it up. Hi,
Hello, how are
Minky.
you
Are
doing,
you?
man?
I am well. Are you a Trump supporter?
Uh, yeah, for the sake of the debate, I am, yes.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did not vote for Donald Trump. I was not old enough at the time.
Okay, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I am 19.
Okay, and what state are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
New Jersey.
Okay, cool. So I have some subjects up to the top, or we could talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Well, I usually talk about multiculturalism, but I'm gonna bring up one specific thing just so you're familiar with it. It's all men till it's no men. What does that mean? Could you elaborate?
Sure. Have you heard anything about the It's All Men Till It's Men movement?
I have not.
Okay. So I like to bring this to like a real life scenario. So let's pretend you and I are best
Mhm,
friends, Minky, and we're going to a
mhm,
party. And it's a potluck. So you're bringing something savory, and I'm bringing something sweet, and I just so happen to bring like a big bowl of Skittles. And I look
mhm,
at you before we go in, and I'm like, Minky, we're best friends. I would never want anything to
mhm,
happen to you, so I'm gonna let
mhm,
you know that I put a handful of poison Skittles in this bowl. Are
mhm.
you gonna eat any of the Skittles?
I would not.
Right. Are you gonna tell anybody else that I poisoned the Skittles?
Uh, I'd probably tell some people, yeah. I mean, maybe. But you're my best friend, so maybe not. But probably
Okay, well, the
to
right
be a good
answer,
person.
right, to be a good person would be
Hmm.
that you're going to tell
Yeah.
people. So when we say
Yeah.
it's all men till it's no men, we're not
Hmm.
trying to exclude the good men that we know that exist. We're simply
Of
bringing to
course.
light the fact that men perpetrate the most violence in the world against men,
Of
women, and
course.
everybody in between, and they also
Of course.
benefit the most from the patriarchy. So until those good men start standing on our behalf
Hmm.
up to bad men and dismantling the patriarchy, it's going to be all men
Hmm.
till it's no men until we have safety and equity in the world.
I really like that Skittle argument. I've heard it with cupcakes, but I've never heard it with Skittles. But now I'm gonna twist the question on you, and
Sure.
hopefully, this might change your mind a little bit. Now, this is gonna sound bad, but if this applies to men, what about colored people? What if a handful of black people are doing pretty bad? Does that mean that it's all black people until it's no black people?
Do black people perpetrate the most violence in this situation?
Yes, yeah, they always do. That's
That's
what,
not true at
yeah,
all.
that it is.
The number one
We're talking
perpetrators of
about
violence
America.
specifically, yeah, and so the number one perpetrators of violence
Yeah,
specifically in America are actually white men.
per capita, per person, it's black men. But what?
So
So in
okay,
this scenario, good.
so so here's the thing. So when we say it's all men till it's no men, what a lot of people
Hmm.
try to do is they try to break this down into smaller and smaller groups, which is where
Hmm.
we get into like transphobia, racism,
Hmm.
homophobia.
Hmm.
All men
Hmm.
includes all men. Black men, white men, Hispanic men,
Hmm.
Muslim men, Christian men, all men are included in
Yes.
this situation, right? So what we're not going to do is break it down into smaller groups because all
Okay.
men are already included. So if black men are
Okay.
perpetrating violence, they are still included in the it's all men till it's no men. If white men are perpetrating violence, they're still included in the it's all men till it's no men.
Okay. So then what percent of men would you say is like, because so I can compare it equally, what percent of men do you think is like, are bad?
So I mean, so if we look at like the studies, there was a global study done. I can't remember this. What it was
Mhm.
like world something.org. I was reading it just the other day. I can't remember. I've been sick. I'm
Mhm.
so sorry. But 74% of men have been the victims of interpersonal crime or like interpersonal violence that's led to
Mhm.
injury.
Mhm.
So
How many? I'm sorry.
74% of men globally.
Jesus. All right. So 74% of men have contributed to, was this violent?
Violence, interpersonal violence that's led to
Violence.
injury.
Okay. And that means the other 24% were just women?
Well, no, they were still men. They were just men that didn't. They either weren't involved in violence or they didn't
Hmm.
actually like cause injury. Like because at the end of the day, we know
Ah.
men like to fight. Like that. Like
Hmm.
I hate to say it, brother, but like y'all suck at just talking stuff out. You just want to hit each other.
Hmm.
Like you just
That is true. No, that's true. I'm not even
like
gonna disagree with you. Yeah.
and so that plays into that statistic, right? It's just the
Yeah.
fact that like men like to just hit each other or hit things that
Hmm.
ultimately hurts themselves. So like any
Hmm.
type of violence that has led to an injury is what this statistic is based off of, and
Hmm.
74% of men have been found to perpetrate this type of violence.
So if it was less than 50% of men, would you still think the same thing?
Well, no, because then men wouldn't be perpetrating the most amount of violence in the world. We wouldn't have the problem that we
Okay,
do.
so it would have to be more than 50% for you to say that it's
I mean,
all.
so yes and no, right? Because I mean, it
Mhm.
depends at that point. Are women, non binary persons, or other individuals perpetrating
Mhm.
more violence than men? We would have to look at the scheme as a whole, right? Because like
Mhm.
the whole thing is based off of the fact that men commit the most violence against men, against women, against other
Mhm.
individuals.
Mhm. So let me ask you this. So do you know the majority, and obviously this isn't the equivalent, so obviously, but do you know what the majority of cheaters are? Cheaters as in relationships.
Probably
Do you
women.
know? It is women. It's more than 50%
Mhm.
of all cheaters. So does that mean that every man, so does that mean it's all women that are cheaters, or could we apply those same rules or not?
I mean, technically, yeah, but like I feel like there's more nuance, right? Because let's look at the
Hmm.
reasons why women cheat. So
Hmm.
women like more and more women are becoming more and more independent as time
Hmm.
moves forward, right? But like even
Hmm.
me myself, who was raised in 1991, I'm a millennial. I was raised to
Hmm.
believe in a very traditional lifestyle, which is why like I'm a stay-at-home mom. I rely on my
Hmm.
husband, but there's a lot of trust that goes in on that. So I feel like we have to look at the nuance of it, right? Because since we know men perpetrate the
Uh,
most violence, that violence isn't always physical. Sometimes it's financial abuse,
hmm
sometimes it's physical abuse, sometimes it's
hmm
emotional abuse, and women tend to try to lead themselves to safety instead of independence.
of
So I
course.
feel like that winds up leading to women cheating. But if we actually look at the statistics and look at the data, women are actually
hmm
cheating on men with other women because women are sick of men not raising the bar for themselves to a higher standard.
hmm I don't know if that's majority of them that are leaving for other women, but I do get what you're saying, and that's a very good way
I
to put
mean,
it.
the male loneliness epidemic exists for a reason.
That is true. I do. I really, you put that very well, and I'll definitely have to look into that more. Now, let me think of another. Let me think of another topic, if you're open to it.
Yeah,
Let's think.
absolutely.
Are you like familiar with multiculturalism? Because I like, like to talk about that. So if you're not, it's
No,
okay.
no.
Okay, then we won't talk about it since you're not familiar with it. Uh, we'll do. Let me think. Maybe you can convince me to vote blue or something like that. Maybe you could try to giving me some reasons that blue is a good idea or to vote Democrat or anything like that.
How do you have a plan? So you said you're in New Jersey. Do you have a
hmm
plan on how you're like? Do you know who's running? And you're like, because I don't want you to like dox yourself, so I don't want to get like
Of course.
into the
No
smaller and
worries.
smaller and
Yeah.
smaller locality of where you are.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But are you aware of like who's running on your local, state, and federal level?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So have you looked into the candidates?
I have not looked into them too much, but
Okay.
I know about them. Yes.
Did you participate in your primary?
I did not.
Okay. So when we're looking at these things, right? I never tell people to vote blue just because they're blue. I tell
hmm
people specifically to vote based on policy. I have,
hmm
however, been pushing Democratic candidates more this year specifically,
hmm
only because of the chaos that the Trump administration is causing. Like the consistent violations to human rights, the Constitution, the way that
hmm
the Trump administration has shown us that the checks and balances that were implemented by the founding fathers are failing in 2026 is actually really scary. So
hmm
I've been pushing people, at least on a federal level, to vote blue to re implement guardrails back into our society so that way we have some form of democracy by 2028. And
hmm
then in 2028, I'm hoping that we can primary the candidates who do things like take big PAC money, especially from like other countries like APAC, for example,
hmm
right?
hmm
Because I don't think our elections should be funded by anything other than the people who live in America. I want to
hmm
overturn Citizens United. I want to get rid of PAC money as a whole. I want to get rid of the Electoral
Yep.
College and go to ranked choice voting. But I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you to vote blue. You need to look into your candidates. And the best way you can do that is to go to Ballotpedia, look at your district and your locality, see who's running and read their platforms and decide based on like what you want to see the world for yourself because you're 19. You have way more time on this earth than I do in my 30s, right? I'm going to die before you,
Yeah.
more likely than not. So you need to vote for the world in the future that you want to see for yourself and for your future children. I'm going to say that, in my opinion, Democratic policies are better than Republican ones. Republican policies tend to protect billionaires and millionaires along with like corporations, whereas
hmm
Dems focus more on low income and middle class individuals who fuel the economy and keep our country moving. So I think that's
hmm
really important. Just a thing to look at. But vote based off policy. Don't vote just because you were raised under a specific umbrella of political party.
Yeah. No, let me ask you this, and thank you for taking the time to describe that. And do you think like what would you fall under? I don't know like the word or the category, like maybe economic politics, like communism. What do you fall
I'm a
under?
socialist.
Accelerationism?
I'm
A
a socialist.
socialist?
So
Democratic socialist or just a
yes, I'm a
socialist?
democratic socialist, but
Okay.
kind of in a weird way. So I do
hmm
think that capitalism can still exist in the sense of
hmm
I think we fund our government. Our government is then
hmm
supposed to take our taxes and spend it how we see fit. I think our government can absolutely provide to us the basic necessities of life, which is a basic
hmm
shelter, water, food, and healthcare. I'm not saying they need to pay for my big, beautiful house that I live in on my 24 acres. But like if me and my children are on the streets, they can put me in a studio apartment. They can help me build a
hmm
resume and get job training and become a contributing member of society. If China can do it, United States can do it, right? So I think
Yes.
outside of that, we can still participate in capitalism by like paying for things that aren't necessities. Like we can still pay for clothing. We can still pay for decorations in our house. We can still pay
Yeah.
for higher education, just make it more affordable. Like candy, like sodas. There's so many like little things and nuance that we have that like capitalism can still exist comfortably inside of socialism where everyone's taken care of. Because if we take care of the constituency of a country, the populace works longer, they retire later, they're healthier, they're more educated, there's more job growth, the GDP grows, and we're more successful. The problem is our government works against us because they allow corporations like Walmart to hire in people at a rate that they can still qualify for Medicare and food stamps. And they actually teach those people how to apply for Medicare and food stamps. And then the government asks them, how many people do you have on Medicare and food stamps? Walmart gives them a list. The government says, oh, goodness, this is a lot of people. Here's a subsidy to you for hiring these people who are utilizing these programs. So we're doing socialism already. We're just doing it backwards. Instead of subsidizing corporations, we should be subsidizing the people.
Okay. And as you can see, this is more of like like asking questions than debate because I love to see
Yeah,
other people's points. But so I hope you don't mind that.
that's fine.
But I did have one thing that you said. You said that so I was a capitalist mostly because I really didn't know much about it. So I just kind of, went with it, whatever. And I thought communism was a stupid idea. But
Mm-hmm.
now that I think about it, I was thinking maybe socialist, but now I'm thinking accelerationist because if I saw you mention China. And it sounds bad saying acceleration is now, but yeah, I noticed you mentioned China, but China's always been, socialist. It didn't just become. So,
Right.
it's kind of hard if China was capitalist for until 1920 and then they randomly wanted to switch up and go socialist, I don't think it would work out. This is because people don't get along like that. The same way that they couldn't switch to communism. I think it's kind of that same thing with America. Do you believe, and if not, tell me, do you believe that people could if we were to switch to a socialist country tomorrow or try, do you think people would really adapt and fit into that?
Well, it's never going to be an instantaneous thing, right? We are watching
Hmm.
as democratic socialists and more progressive candidates who want the same things that I want, like ending Citizens United, implementing universal
Hmm.
health care, going to ranked choice voting. They're winning their primaries all across the country. These are the people
Hmm.
that are going to make actual change, and these are the people that we need to vote for, and these are the people that we need to hold accountable if they don't make these things come to fruition. And I don't mean in a sense of they attempted to write legislation and that legislation was voted down and pushed back on because they didn't have the votes. That's at least a try. I'm talking about the people who go into these offices and then do nothing. They don't even try to make
Hmm.
change, right? So I think at the end of the day, we have to continue voting for democratic socialists and progressives in order to get to this point. I'm not sure if I'll ever see it to completion by the time
Hmm.
I'm old, like by the time I'm old and gray, but I think my children would see it and they would benefit from it absolutely.
Perfect. And quite so I know you gave me a little bit of a dirty look with accelerationism. Could you give me your topic on that? Do you not like really know about it? Do you not
Well,
like it?
it's
What are your thoughts on that? I'd love to hear it.
the couple of accelerationists that I've spoken to on this app. They basically want they all voted for Trump because they thought Trump would absolutely destroy the government. They want to completely dismantle the way America functions as a whole right now with zero plan as to what we would replace that with. So at the end of the day, if we don't have a plan as to what we're going to replace that with, people are going to suffer and just die. That's not great.
Hmm. Okay, I get that. But there's different forms of accelerationism. Like some people, like Mike Ma, if you're familiar with that guy, definitely read his book Harassment Architecture. Great book. But
Okay.
anyways, he's more of a person harassment architecture. If you want to write that down, I promise you, you'll love it. But there's some things where he's like burn it all to the ground. We failed God and things like that, which are a little extreme. But then there's things like and actually, I see a lot of people who vote blue say this that they want to just start a revolution and just take down these big corporations and take down these billionaires because as you can see, there shouldn't be 50 ingredients in baby food. There shouldn't be 100 ingredients in these sauces. There shouldn't be a million ingredients just because they want to make a couple extra bucks by letting it have extra shelf life or something like that. So I think that would be where I fit in more with accelerationism, which could also line up with socialism. So I really think you should look into that.
I
And then I
will. I
had
will.
one more question.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll read that book though. I did write it down. Like accelerationism to me is always just explained as like, I'm gonna light a match, set it on fire, and then walk away. And I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
great. That sucks. That's not.
That's called arsonism. Yeah, that's called arson. But yeah, that is a lot. Mike Ma, that the book I just gave you, he definitely does say that, but like he does make a lot of good points. He's very far right. So take what he says with a grain of salt. He's completely against what you believe in, but you definitely should listen to him because it's great to listen to opposing points.
No,
And then one more
absolutely.
question, just so other people can come up because there's a lot of people here. I'll ask if randomly one day, like, do you think it would ever be a chance that you would ever vote red if
Oh,
somebody who was
absolutely.
red,
If if
really,
if, if the if
and
the
like,
right candidate came along that had like the right policies, I would have zero problem voting red. I wasn't old enough to vote for John McCain, but I actually really liked John McCain. I didn't like him over Obama. So had I been able
hmm
to vote, I still would have voted for Obama. But John McCain ran
hmm
a wonderful race. He had excellent policies and vision for the world. He wasn't divisive. And like I think he was an excellent candidate.
perfect. Well, that's pretty much all the questions I have. Thank you. And a lot of people in the comments are trying to like answer for you, but you disagree with half of them. So thank you so much for the conversation. I don't know if you're religious, but God bless you.
I
And I really
am.
hope you read that book and love
I
it. Well, no worries.
but thank you so
Have a
much
great
for
day.
being respectful and you have a
Yes,
lovely day.
of course. Have a great day.
Honestly, guys, can we get some W's in the chat for Mankey? That was actually a pretty decent conversation. Artsy, the right candidate. Was that a pun? I think it was an accidental pun. My kid is weird. She put ketchup on bread, and he wants his kid like this. So hi, Emma's cult member. I used to actually, growing up, eat cheese sandwiches, which was bread with ketchup, a piece of cheese, and another piece of bread, and that was it. It was my favorite snack. I don't know how I came up with it. I don't know where it came from. But yeah, I just used to eat that all the time. My cousins, they're weird. They used to just wrap sticks of butter in a piece of bread and eat that. Oh, I did not hear that, Sparky. Oh, I missed that one. I would have corrected that had I heard it. Oh, have a great day, Minky. Mike Lindell is paying to have votes recounted. Of course he is. And then he's still going to be mad when he finds out that he didn't win. Right, I like buttered bread, madness for sure. But like just a stick of butter inside a piece of bread is crazy. We are doing well today. I wish my voice was better, but it is what it is. Good morning, Samantha. Honey Boo Boo used to do that. I never watched Honey Boo Boo. I hated toddlers and tiaras. I hated toddlers and tiaras so bad. Where's your fucking engagement? I don't know. Because we've been live for 40 minutes and we're only at 12,000 likes. What are we doing, chat? That's crazy. Like, you guys don't even like me. Dad, tell him to tap the screen. Share the live. Thundercut, what are you doing? At least tell him to tap the screen. Gosh, you guys are so annoying. Dad and I were the only one tapping, bro. Oh, here, let me turn on the light real quick. It might help. I'm just sitting in the dark, chat. No worries. Just sitting in the dark. Absolutely send this to Thunder. That's the point. Take a screenshot of this and send this to him and be like, yo, you're a guest on Emma's show today? Dope. What? Oh, look. So, also, guys, we have more. But wait, there's more, chat. Hold on. So, guys, we're gonna rotate out guests as we go. Not today, but like over the days. So we have Top Mod Tia. Top Mod Tia, baby! She is the one who is left and right blocking and muting people as they enter rooms. We have Deranged. Tim, aka Deranged. We got Sunset. We got Sunset. She is beauty. She is grace. She looks like Lola from Big Mouth. We have OG Bearded. Can we get some clapping in the chat? And last but not least, Miss Susan. Yeah. We got some good ones. No, I'm so serious. Like, I wasn't being mean to like the Sunset whenever I made this, even though her friend on her panel was absolutely being mean. Was just being racist to AOC and Kamala Harris, calling them a donkey. And what I can't remember what else they called them, but like, here, let me show you guys. So whenever they posted those memes of like AOC is like a donkey, and Sunset didn't want to get onto them about it, I was like, okay. I was like, so don't be upset when I do something like this then. Oh. Like, am I wrong? Like, these are the same people. Why do you have two of the same photos up? I know, right? I'm not gonna lie though, this was my favorite sound for the longest time.
And just like that, Lola's gone.
Wrong. Lola's right here, you fucking Brussels sprout.
I guess we did both kind
That was my favorite sound for the longest time. Wrong. Lola's right here, you fucking Brussels sprout. Favorite sound for the longest time. Dude, Big Mouth is such a good show. I was not a huge fan of, what was the spinoff they did? About the monsters? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Allie, thank you for the $2. Thank you for being an amazing and great friend. Love you. Oh, I love you so much. I feel like I haven't been the greatest friend this past week to everybody because I've been just so ill. Human resources, thank you. Well, I don't know. I haven't watched all of it, to be totally fair. I just couldn't get through the first couple of episodes. I was just like, this is not as great as Big Mouth. So maybe it's one of those things where I need to give it more of a shot than like 2 or 3 episodes. I haven't seen Mating season at all. You're literally knocking on death's door, but all right. I'm just saying, I've been getting a lot of DMs and a lot of messages. And normally I'm really on the ball about responding to you guys. And this week I just haven't been. And I just feel so bad about that. Because it's like I tell you guys all the time, my DMs are open because they are. And I mean that truly. But like, I've just been so tired and like not feeling well at all. And so I just feel like I haven't been a good friend to you guys. And I'm sorry about that. I really am. Kaylee said I'd just be harassing you sometimes in your DMs. I hope you guys don't feel neglected. I love you. Alright, chat. Let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's do all of the good things. Let me make sure I don't have any more thank yous to give out real quick. Oh. Okay, let's see. Oh, I appreciate you guys, Marianne. Wait, was that? No, okay. I thought I just discovered a donation I missed yesterday. I was like, no. That sounds so pitiful. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, my vacuum comes back today. I'm so excited to get my water vacuum back. Freaking A. We've had drag reading hour. Why not bondage reading hour? What's the difference? What? Why do you guys have to like sexualize everything? Right? Because like, so here's the thing. What's his name? Patrick Swayze. Oh god. Who else was in that movie? Okay, so this movie. To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything. When this movie came out, right? Nobody batted a fucking eye. Nobody batted an eye. When this movie came out, and these three, I want a bigger image than this. And these three beautiful, handsome, intelligent, talented, masculine men were in drag. Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and John Leguizamo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like, nobody cared when these men dressed up in drag. Nobody cared when John Travolta was the mom in Hairspray. You're comparing entertainment, wholesome entertainment, to bondage or white chicks. What do you mean? Explain to me how those things are anyway similar. Hold on, someone put it in there for me. Leguizamo. Okay, Leguizamo. Cool. I will try to remember that. Nobody cared when these movies came out. Nobody cared about drag. Nobody cared. Like, because this movie came out when? This movie came out, gosh, 1995. Nobody batted a fucking eye when Robin Williams dressed up as Mrs. Doubtfire. None of you cared. And if Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire wanted to read a book to your children, you would have been there. If any of these three men dressed up in drag and wanted to read a book to your children, you would have been there. The only reason you care about it now is because the right tells you it's a problem. Because you're a bunch of sheeple who just eat up anything they tell you is problematic and scary. Like, be so for real, man. Never heard of Birdcage, Mr. Bones. I'll have to look into it. Tyler Perry as Medea, absolutely. What's his name? As Norbit, and he played his own wife. Oh god, what is his name? I know exactly who I'm thinking of, but I can't. Eddie Murphy, thank you. Martin Lawrence? Oh yeah, Martin Lawrence did it as well, didn't he? Yeah. I think Martin Lawrence played a gender bent character where like he was dressed up in drag. Gender bent's probably the wrong word for that. How many cartoons showed drag? Probably all of them back in the 90s. I've never even heard of Birdcage, so I'm gonna have to put it on my list. Birdcage movie. Right now, I'm trying to watch the Back to the Future series, guys. Oh, I love it already. A gay cabaret owner and his drag queen companion agree to put up a false straight front so that their son can introduce them to his fiance's right-wing. Oh my god, I'm already in love. Stop. Right-wing conservative parents? I'm in. Absolutely. Ronald Reagan played drag in 2 movies and he was your Republican president. So Secret Squirrel, I grew up in a very, very, very religious household. If we weren't at church, like genuinely worshiping Sunday morning and Sunday night and Wednesday night, I was at a club called Sparky's. It's like Camp Awana now or something like that, where I had to memorize Bible verses to earn gemstones. So there was a lot of things that I didn't get to watch growing up because Raymond here thought that they were wildly inappropriate. I didn't know who AC/DC was until I was like 16, just to give you guys like some like idea of my lack of what is it called when you're into like celebrity stuff? Were the gemstones righteous? They were just colorful and plastic. They'd give me like a little, it was like a little crown pin, and you'd get like bronze, silver, and gold. And there were so many holes in the pin, and you had to fill it with these little gemstones, and you got a gemstone for every Bible verse you memorized. Pop culture, thank you. Yeah, I was also an avid reader. Yeah, I became an avid reader growing up. I won every accelerated reading award I could. So here's the wild thing. When I think back on my childhood, there are some things that are absolutely wild to me, right? One of those things being I wasn't allowed to watch or listen to certain things because my dad found them to be egregious and awful and against, Christianity and our beliefs. But I was allowed to be a cheerleader. I was allowed to show my midriff. I was allowed to wear a short skirt with just nothing but Spanx underneath. I was allowed to be thrown around in the air and do backbends and flips in front of a bunch of grown-ass men in a football field. What are we talking about? I feel like one of these things is not like the other. And like, absolutely, Finn. DM it to me so I don't forget it. Absolutely, Shorn. Yeah. Can't watch Lord of the Rings because of witchcraft, but let's let kids go to Hogwarts. It's called I Saw the TV Glow. I will definitely look into that. Thank you. Oh yeah, I love Patrick Swayze in drag. We were actually like just looking at that. The Tu Wong Fu movie. God, baddies. Oh, madness, I'm so sorry. Honestly, it's probably best. Getting into cheer is what developed my eating disorder. So that's a good time. My dad also played a part in that. Thanks, Ray. Agreed, Mothman. Alright, guys. I guess we'll see if we can find anybody on the TikTok streets today. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I can't wait to have my water vacuum back. Take Raven's mic away? Where'd you send it to, Twiz? Also, chat, so I posted a video this morning, because as you guys know, the Hoff continues to go around and say that myself and the other MAGA hunters are scared to debate him. I'm gonna help you guys catch up on these likes first, and then we'll go MAGA hunting. So I posted a video today. It's a video reply to a comment that he made on a post that he made. If you guys could go double tap, leave a 5 or more word comment, favorite the video, repost it, add it to your story, and also go to the Hoff's video and ask him why he removed my video reply. Because he literally, so when I went to go look at it, so Finn's the one who pointed it out, W Finn. I have a screenshot of it. Video response here. Let me turn the brightness down so you guys can see this. Right here at the top. It says, video response was removed from comments. So if you guys could go ask the Hoff why he removed my video response from the comments after engaging with my video, that would be immensely helpful and also hilarious. Oh yeah, we could absolutely have the Hoff as a guest. No problem. Here's the thing, chat. This is a really important conversation to have because I don't know if you guys have noticed, And please put a 1 in the chat if you have noticed. I'm not looking for any praise or anything. I just want to see if people notice the changes that I'm attempting to make, right? As most of you know, I've been working on my language and removing certain words from my vernacular. And I've also been trying to treat guests and opposition with a lot more respect than I normally do. I've been trying not to crash out. I've been trying not to cuss them out. And I've also been trying not to call them names. And that's because I want to exemplify the way that I want to be treated. I made a rule for myself a while ago that if my husband isn't allowed to talk to me that way, mediocre men and women on the internet aren't allowed to do that either. So right now, what I'm working to do is I really am hoping to put the energy in the world that I receive back. So when the Hoff goes out of his way to call other women cocksuckers, that is a problem. I don't care how annoyed you were that she was interrupting and over talking you. It is absolutely okay to say, hey, this person was over talking me. I got frustrated and said something that I shouldn't have. I apologize for saying that thing. It was disrespectful. Can we try again? And if the Hoff does that, if he just apologizes, then we would, all of us, I believe, would be willing to have a conversation with him. The problem is, accountability is chasing him, but he's faster. And instead of just taking accountability for the thing that he did, he would rather say that we are scared to debate him and scared to have a conversation with him, which I think is a wild take. I know, Thunder, like, they really need to just stop arguing. But to be fair, my dad is really trying to defend my honor because all this man over here does is call me wide load Emma, as if that somehow hurts my feelings. That's insane, Moen. That's hilarious. Right, Secret. I agree. Nick Fuentes is the roach guys. I did see the first Men in Black when I was like 18. White Chicks, Samantha. The movie White Chicks, where I think it's Martin Lawrence and God, what's the hot one's name? Fuck, I can't remember any names today. I'm struggling. White Chicks cast. Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans. I'm sorry, it's not even Martin Lawrence. But Marlon Wayans, Sean Wayans, and Terry Crews, because Terry Crews is also impeccable in that movie. Also a fucking hottie. But yeah, where the Wayans brothers dressed up like two white chicks. Thanks, Dad. Martin Lawrence did dress in drag, though, for something. I just can't remember what it was. Dude, White Chicks will forever be one of my favorite movies. Like, the dance battle scene is just so impeccable. So perfect. Yeah, we love Terry Crews. Have you guys seen the video of that guy who just drives around with his dash cam, playing the song, trying to get people to go da 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 da? Have you guys seen him? It's so funny. Like 9 times out of 10, people like they do it, and it's hilarious. They had white chicks in the new Scary Movie. No, I've never heard of the song Andrew and Jack. I don't like Rob Schneider. It might be a hot take. I don't know. Something about him just gives me the ick. I don't know what it is. The one movie that I did like was the one where he's the hot chick who then turns into Rob Schneider. And he's like, it's me, Jessica. That was like the only Rob Schneider movie I actually liked. The hot chick. Thank you. I was like, where he was that hot chick. That's the name of the movie. Jesus. Hi, Dano. Good morning. Schneider is very problematic. Didn't he, like, treat one of his daughters, like, really poorly? Oh, no. Something about him's weird. Raymond does have a guest today. ThunderCunt420 has joined us on the show this morning to talk to my dad about why he just constantly calls me Wide Load Emma and spends his entire days on panels talking about me but never to me, which is weird. Let's see. Excuse me. Sorry. Mm. Oh my goodness, guys! Salty is on a live. We haven't seen Salty in a really long time. Salty is right here. Our favorite Andrew running for state assembly in California. I'm going to leave it to where we can see Salty on the panel. You guys know I normally cover up the people on the panel. But I think it's important. Let's listen in on what they're saying.
The fuck? Like that's just how it happened. And apparently, his uncle was the police chief at the time, and now he's retired. Like, there's so many damn questions involved, and I'm
when
worried.
an outside authority.
But see, I don't think
Apparently,
Lindsay did it.
well, hold on. Let me finish.
Me neither.
Apparently,
Hang
this
on,
isn't
guys.
even
After
the first
Salty, it's my
county in
turn.
that state. This isn't even the first county in that state to fuck up a trial like this.
What are we talking about right now?
Like, cover it up and all that kind of shit. This isn't the first county in that state that's done this.
No.
So I just want to say something about the mom. First and foremost, I want to say it's a tragedy, regardless who did it. It's a tragedy. We lost kids to violence, to whatever, that's something we never want to have to deal with. But as far as the mom goes, you have to look at it like this. If I'd have gone to my mom, God rest her soul, she would have turned me in or personally taken me and said, hey, y'all need to put her on a 72-hour hold or something. If somebody was to tell their parents, hey, I'm getting bullied in college, I'm going to go pew to school, would you not hold them to the standard of they need to be turning somebody in?
So
So
I
the
think that's a
mother
much different
should have
argument
done
that
it.
I would make. So I think it's hard for the parents to do it because everybody thinks that it's no way a mother would do that to their own kids. And that's where the
Well, okay,
problematic
hold
part
on.
of it.
Can we talk about the fact, right, that it shouldn't have been up to her mother and her husband should have advocated for her? The medical system failed Lindsay Clancy immensely. They over-medicated her. They didn't institutionalize her in any capacity. Her husband failed her. Kiki, thank you for the $4.23 for dollar and change train. Choo choo, bitches. I appreciate you. Lindsay Clancy was failed by numerous people around her. And it wasn't her mother. It wasn't her father. When do we start holding husbands accountable for not being great husbands? When do we start holding men accountable for not being great fathers? There was so much more that could have happened there. And I think Patrick Clancy was having an affair, and I just think he was checked out and he didn't really care all that much. All right, let's continue on.
That's where I'll lay the burden more. I think that's malpractice, if anything.
Every woman at a certain point after childbirth goes through postpartum.
Not every woman.
Okay. And that's, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a woman. I've had my wife try to explain it to me, and I don't know. But when a husband and a wife have a child, it's not just the woman's fault no more. It's both. It takes two of you to bring that child into this world. It takes two of you to raise that child into this world. Too many times in today's society, we have broken homes and broken parents. We
Why
as
is
parents
that?
are not responsible
Which
for what
parent
our
keeps
children
abandoning
do
families?
after a certain age. Yes, we can see the signs. We can tell the signs are coming.
Can you?
Should we intervene? Yes. Sometimes we should. Sometimes we do, being a parent and a grandparent myself.
Yeah, I get that, but I think the fault of those kids being alive is the doctor. People
Well,
are like, let's just be honest.
So
People can be
so once again, like
blind.
you're repeating yourself here, John. So once again, though,
Yeah,
you can't put this
again, the
blame.
love
No,
of their
you cannot
child.
put this blame on the doctor. You have to change the standards of mental health care. You have to change those
Which
because she's not
party
the only person that's
consistently
ever been
votes
fucking
away
turned away
like
for not
things for
having a
mental
plan.
health
She's not
care?
the only one. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
No, she's
like
not. But
I
I'm
feel
sure
like
there's
you're
I think
arguing
where
the
the
millions of
same thing
blame
that
cases out
I'm.
there.
Chat, hold on. Let's lock in here for a second. I'm gonna put a poll up, okay? We're gonna talk about which party consistently votes away resources, funding, and research to mental health care. Put a smiley face if it's the Republicans and a sad face if it's the Democrats.
the
Saying to
doctor could
hold
be
the doctor
holding like
accountable.
being unethical, especially with the amount of like medications that they were prescribing
I
her
don't
in that
think in
short a
this
span.
current state, I do not think in this current
That
state
part.
with the current standards we have, I do not think you can hold the doctor accountable.
I'm not
You
saying
need to
hold him
change the damn
completely accountable.
standards.
I'm saying hold
Yeah,
him
thank
accountable in
you.
violating his ethics because they have the program Epic
He
being able
didn't
to see all
violate
of the different
anything
medications
though.
she's on. They know what they're mixing for the amount of medications that they prescribed her in that short month, like 4 month span was ridiculous. Like whether or not she was taking all of those at one time or not, for her to have access and the ability to have those in her cabinet or within her reach, even if Patrick said that he took them from her, it's still unethical for them to be able to prescribe that much.
Agreed.
Okay, thank you,
That's where
Kat,
you
because
can
I
hold them
made the
accountable
point.
at.
I don't get where Salty is lost at.
Was
Because Salty
all the
doesn't actually care about
prescription
this. That's where he's lost at.
antipsychotics prescribed by one doctor or multiple doctors?
Multiple.
I'm pretty sure it was she was only seeing one psychiatrist too.
I think she was only seeing one doctor. I'm not 100% sure, but
I'm not
one
either. Hold on, I'm gonna
psychiatrist.
double check.
I think
One,
from what I
doctor.
was hearing, I think it was multiple.
Okay,
And then
if it was one doctor, yeah, they could probably get him for malpractice and stuff like that because of all the prescriptions that he had written to her or for her.
So again, Salty, what was your point? You blame the system itself. I'm blaming the doctor and the system. So what is your
Yeah, but
point?
you're acting as if we need to hold a doctor accountable for murder.
Okay, now
That's never what
I
he
never
said.
said
That's
that.
never what he said.
oh, I
Be
think
more clear
she
with
needs to
what
go
you're
to prison.
saying because that's what
Holy
what you're
hell, I never said that though.
I
but
think
that's
she
what
needs
you're
to go to prison.
insinuating. You're not
Everybody's
being
I
clear
never
with your
insinuated
statement.
anything. You're just
You
insinuating I
you
said
said
that.
hold the doctor accountable.
Right.
well. I
Yeah, I
mean, I
said
think
he has some burden of
Hold the
responsibility.
fucking phone. Jesus Christ. Earl, thank you for the $91.41 or 49 cents for restitution for giving Jen and Crystal a W. Earl, I love you so much. That's the goal for the day, chat. We're done. Oh shit. Sorry, I was saying hold the phone. Thank you so much, Earl, for the $91.41 for restitution for giving Jen and Crystal a W. I absolutely appreciate you, Earl. The goal is done for the day. Earl's the fucking MVP, as usual, chat. Fucking, can we get a bunch of, I want to see 100 W Earls in this chat right motherfucking now. Right motherfucking now, chat. W Earls. Whoever doesn't say W Earls getting blocked, buddy. Maybe not blocked, at least muted for the live. Wild work, Earl. You're the best.
Ooh, I don't know. Not fully releasing the Epstein files,
Oh, now we're back to Trump.
being a
Not required to.
rapist.
Say
That's not
greatness.
true.
Rapist.
You
That's
can
it.
say
Rapist.
rapist, guys. We're grown ups.
Deporting legal citizens.
That's not happening.
That literally has happened.
Oh, it's
Children
not,
of
is
immigrants
it?
are legal American citizens.
Putting legal citizens on planes, sending them back to
Legal
random
citizens are not
countries.
being deported. You can knock that
Oh,
off.
it's
That's not
happening.
fucking happening. No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Let's
That's
see, putting
literally
Israel
happening.
first, supporting
It's not happening
genocide.
either, is it?
That's why we're in
Oh,
Iran.
yes, it is. We are certainly putting Israel first.
Oh my goodness, guys! I need to get a picture of
Which
Salty to put.
U.S. citizen or multiple U.S. citizens has Trump deported?
Well, I don't know the names, but there's this there's actually a baseball coach, minor league baseball coach. They arrested, took into
What's his name?
custody,
What's his
and they
name?
put him on a plane.
What's his name?
I don't know his
Excuse me.
name. He's got
Well, that
like
seems to be a
And
problem.
it's all hearsay.
Yeah,
just
salty.
look up
I
Padres
feel like
minor
you're.
league baseball coach Ice. They like
Yeah,
put him on a
salty. I
What's
feel
plane.
like
his
you got a
name?
listening problem.
I don't.
Salty. I feel like you got
Really?
a listening
Oh,
problem.
Oh, do
Salty.
I? Do I?
Yeah, because he said he doesn't know the
I think
name.
you guys
Sure
don't
does have
live
a
in
listening
reality.
So
You
what?
think-
I have more important things to
Hey,
memorize than random
John,
people's
John,
names.
you got to understand,
Oh,
bro. If you're
okay.
gonna come up, and accuse Trump of deporting someone, right? Illegal.
Okay, so here, hold on. We're gonna talk about this. So the San Diego Padres minor league coach is Oswaldo Perella, who is a Venezuelan national, father of 2 U.S.-born daughters, who's lived in the U.S. since 2014. The Department of Homeland Security says Perella entered the U.S. legally in September of 2014 and was authorized to remain until February 2018. DHS alleges that he overstayed his welcome by more than 8 years and was not carrying valid documentation at the time of detention. He was taken into custody and being held at the El Paso Processing Center following pending removal proceedings. Perella's wife, Kimberly Avila, and family members say that they have pending asylum applications and that he's maintained work authorization through the EB-2 employment-based visa process. They report he was not carrying the physical work authorization card at the time of detention, though his employment authorization is reportedly valid through 2029. The Padres have stated they are working with the family and will not comment further until more information is available.
I never said that. He made that was his point, but I was just saying.
I'm just saying.
Listening
I just
skill is
Googled
important.
it. I said, what U.S. citizen who is a baseball coach has been deported? And it said he was not a U.S. citizen, that he was a native to Venezuela, and that's why he was deported. He was detained at El Paso International.
But he was here
Right.
legally.
But Kat, that
And-
was two different things. That was two different ways of handling it. You looked it up,
Right.
and you was like, "All right, let me just back up his source."
I'm not
He
the one
just
bringing the
straight up,
claim. I don't
I
need to
mean,
bring the
Salty's
proof.
not wrong though. If you're gonna bring up a source and you're
Right,
gonna bring up a
I'm not-
case and
but
everything,
the
then you
whole
better
thing-
have the information to back it
But
up.
Yeah.
But the whole thing that I have is him not having true listening skills, and I've been backing
I'm
this
not
up.
fucking required to bring the proof, you fucking
Right, we're
Hey,
not.
John,
if you guys
John.
make a
Kat, I
claim,
get what you're
just
saying.
like
I
what
get what
Trump
you're
did,
saying.
very
running
very
for
clear.
office.
You
I'm
get
not a fucking
you know,
idiot.
you
Bring
John,
the
bring up.
One at a time.
So
real
Dean
quick.
Withers now.
Look, John, what Cat
on, real
and
quick.
Salty,
Idiot.
John,
Guys,
hold on.
Cat and Salty is saying is don't come up to the panel and make
Right.
these accusations without proof,
That's
bro.
perfectly
Your
100%.
side
fine.
does the same thing. Oh, I want to
No.
see it, and it
Like
has to
liberal
be
came
done
up here and was
It has
so
to be
sure
all
of
done.
himself.
We're gonna mute that while they're just yelling back and forth because my brain just literally can't. So Earl Ray is interviewing our favorite Trump supporter who hates my entire face, ThunderCunt420. They're having a current conversation as to why ThunderCunt is always talking about me but too afraid to talk to me, and continues to call me Wide Load Emma on almost a daily basis, while simultaneously just keeping my name in his mouth from his anonymous profile. So they've been going back and forth for a while, which is why I had to mute this other panel, because I can't do Thunder and my dad talking over each other and them screaming at each other. You know what I mean? Salty ran, of course he did. He's a runner, he's a track star. How boring. Guys, you guys should put some other names in the chat of the MAGA Republicans who hate me so much, so I can make more of these photos so we can continuously have guest stars over and over again. So I've got Salty and the Hoff on my next batch. Who else? Ooh, I want to get a picture of this guy. Oh my god, this guy hates us. Let's go say hi. This is the guy that wants to get my account taken, remember? And he has the silliest name. The silliest name. Trump, period, is you are daddy. So everybody go make sure to say hi to Trump is you are daddy. Say hi for Emma's stream.
Do we do it by getting by clearing up Dearborn, Michigan to start with?
Yeah, I think we should get all Muslims out of the country. Every single one of them.
What?
Good job. Good job. Yes.
Even I don't care. There's some that are claiming to be Republican. I think we should get them out as well.
What's wild is the communities in Dearborn, Michigan voted for Trump.
Go. I just read this morning. If you guys check our group chat, Kathy Hochul has been donating money to fraudulent shit for adult daycares in New York City.
Prove that.
And they give her a kickback of $55,000.
Please prove that.
Well,
somebody please prove that. Of course, he's paused right now.
The health outcomes of those of that subset that are insured versus
the Constitution should go anywhere.
What's that?
I don't think the Constitution should go anywhere.
Yeah, no, the Constitution. It's a violation of sovereignty, of human sovereignty.
And how is that?
Yeah, because I don't need the government to tell me what I can and cannot do. So, for example, I don't need them to tell me that I have a right to the weapons or I have a right to my speech. I think the government shouldn't partake in any of that at all. And I don't think we should be taxed at all.
All of you that are coming in from Asia, you're about to be blocked and muted. Like, they're not playing. These mods are not playing with you guys.
Doesn't stop the stream, brother. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Trump is not a real Republican, if I'm going to be honest. He's doing very anti-capitalist things, and I'm not in agreement with
so you want... So this lady, you want proof that Kathy Hochul got kickbacks?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, everybody that's coming in from Emma's live is getting blocked out. Like, you not realize that? Just like this, right? Just like that.
So what do you guys think about that? Getting rid of the Constitution, removing all taxes, period.
He's got
not
9 people in their chat.
Capitalism.
9 people, and
a completely
4 of them are from
free
here.
market.
Well, we have to keep the Constitution.
Well, no, I'm against it, right? Because the Constitution allows
Trump
for
is you
all
are daddy.
religions
Yeah,
when
Trump
we shouldn't
is you are daddy,
have all
chat.
religions. We should have.
You
one
think you
religion.
can give me views? Take it back right now. How dare you?
But, Islam is not a religion. Islam does not, or it contradicts our Constitution.
How?
Therefore, there is no room for Islam in this country.
Yeah, but legally
Islam
speaking,
is literally
they
an
have the
Abrahamic
right to
religion,
practice,
chat.
their beliefs per the Constitution.
Muted and blocked for baby
There are 45,000 of them getting out in Dearborn, Michigan, yelling "unalive" to
Islam
America.
is not a religion.
Yeah, no,
It's the
I
wildest
don't
thing I've
disagree
ever
with
heard.
you, right? But there's some of them that are not radical at all, right? The majority of them are not radical. Let's be honest.
Do they feel the
about
same
it. I'm
way
against
for white
it, but the
Christian
majority of them are
nationalists,
just
or are they okay because
they're
they're
like
white
most
Christian
Christians who are
nationalists?
not fully Christian. They just claim they're Christian and don't
Oh, they
act
hate Arabic noodles.
per
What do you
every
mean?
word of the Bible.
That's
A lot
Hey,
of
Emma, I
Muslims
know
are-
you're watching this, Emma, from
Yeah.
your little
I
live
am.
stream
I
on
am.
YouTube.
Yeah. And TikTok. Over
you
here.
know.
And Twitch.
Yeah, so
Here's the
like I
issue,
said,
Emma.
yeah.
Your people keep getting muted and blocked out of here.
It doesn't end the stream. So that, I mean,
Yeah.
whatever
So
you
like I
want to do,
said,
man.
there's a lot of Muslims that are not radical that live in the country, and I think they shouldn't be allowed as well. They should.
Got 10
but
people in
because
your
we have
chat.
the
Doing so
Constitution,
good.
they're allowed to even proclaim themselves as Muslims.
Ooh.
Well, in the
Oh my
Muslims,
God.
you know, they can
Guys,
say,
advertisement
and
for my
in the
YouTube
Quran,
page.
it says that they can lie to the infidels.
Whatever are we gonna do?
Yeah, no, I
So
don't
Please
they
like,
can
disagree
share,
with
say
and
you.
we're not.
subscribe.
They can tell you that
There you
no,
go,
we're
Emma.
not we're not
Thanks.
like those people.
I love the free
but they be
advertisement.
yelling at you.
Yeah, no, that's fine, but still, the majority of them that live within the U.S. are
Wild.
not radicals, even if
So
you
are you
think they are.
Canadian?
No,
I
no,
would
no,
love for
I'm
him
from
to show
Florida.
his face so I could get a
I believe
screenshot of
that the
his face to put
majority
as
of them
a
You
gift.
just
are
lived in
radical.
Florida. You can't be from Florida
Why is that?
because hardly anybody's from Florida.
No, I'm from Florida. I was
You
born
were
in Florida.
born. You were born. How many generations?
How many generations?
Yeah, like was your
Uh,
parents born there?
3.
3. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
hmm
Nice to meet you, Cracker.
Wow.
I'm 6 generations Cracker, Floridian.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the majority of Muslims are not radicals. That's them just, live within society.
He
and
always just sits with
they've
his
gone
head
away
in the
from their
corner.
religion. I mean,
Like, just put your
most of them
face on
don't
camera,
follow their
man.
texts to the T at all, right? So they're
Well,
not radical.
Well,
But
then
the
they'll be
problem
one of the
is,
ones that get unalived by the real ones, right?
yeah, no, of course, but that's why
Can
my
we watch
solution
you
is the
watch
best.
him
We
watch
get
you
rid
like
of
a
the
never-ending
Constitution
cycle?
completely. That way, there's
Liveception?
no freedom to practice religion.
Emma, I told you, all your people that come in here are getting blocked.
That's fine, brother. It doesn't end the stream.
Now, you know, I'm going to disagree a little bit there because you look at all the countries where the Muslims are
Does he
going
think it bothers
into,
him? Do
they
you
are
think
turning them
he
into
really thinks that you guys are
a piece
bothered
of shit.
that you're getting blocked by a MAGA
yes,
man?
they are. Now the
Whatever
majority
will we
of
do?
Muslims do not like
Whatever will we
Christians
do?
or any other people, and they believe in the Quran.
I bet you could too, guys.
And you look at every country in the
He's just
world
gonna block everybody
where they
until
are
he's back down to
leading,
2
it is
viewers.
a piece. It's
It's gonna
literally
be
a
the
piece
4
of
viewers in
shit
there,
country.
the 3 on the
Well, you're
panel,
not
and himself.
And so
disagreeing
we
with
don't
me. I agree
have
with you.
any room for them here in this country.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you, and that's why.
Go up, liberal, go
you're
up,
saying you're
Cam.
disagreeing with me, but you're not. I hold those same that same mindset. The problem is we have.
Oh
they
no!
have the
What are
right
we
to
gonna do?
practice
We've
their
been blocked
religion
by a
per
man
the
who thinks Trump is
Constitution,
you,
and
our
that's the
daddy.
problem. That's why I say we get rid of the Constitution. We set one law down that Christianity is the only religion
Sharia-
that should be practiced.
Well, what are your thoughts
Yeah, I
on
agree,
Arabic
but there's no
numerals?
way you can get rid of the Constitution. I just
Well,
don't
yeah,
see
yeah.
how
I
you
mean,
can
if
do that.
we start a movement where the majority of people hold the same mindset, and we get people into
Open the
office that
schools.
are willing to
About
go
time you
down
did
that route.
something.
Well, why don't we
Hey,
start?
Polo. Hey,
Why
hold
don't
on.
we
Hold
start?
on. Hey, Polo. Hey, Polo. How are you, Polo?
You keep calling me Polo, but we've already spoken about this. I'm not
Who's Polo?
Polo or whoever you think I
Why
am.
don't we try to get rid of all these Muslims before we try to do that movement?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
Why?
get rid of all of them.
Okay.
What is the point? Are we getting feet for
So
free
we need to get
right
together
now?
and do that first.
Yeah,
Guys, do you think
any non-Christian should be removed from the
So,
country.
real quick, business idea. All of these MAGA who constantly walk around and show their feet on cam, would it be ethical and legal for me to take their feet and sell them online?
Where do you
Just
go?
saying, asking for a friend.
Yeah, I don't. This lady is following me around and saying, what's going on? I got a violation.
JetX Robbie, are in here.
Where were you? Hey,
reporting
this
everybody.
lady up here, Lady Liberty wants to talk to you, Redneck.
Well, I got violated, so I don't
I'm
know.
sorry, sir.
Good.
Someone
Good.
reported
Then
me.
leave.
Everybody that's so guys, 1 minute. Let me speak real quick. Everybody that's coming in and putting "Win Emma," block them out of here. Mute them and block them.
He's one of them, Redneck.
He's not. I don't even know that man.
Who is?
He comes up here and the one that was just up here.
They are gonna they're gonna make it to where they have
Gen X
0
guy?
ops. Zero ops.
His real name is Polo.
Who the fuck is Polo?
And
Shane,
they
you can
go
report me
around.
all you want.
Yep, see, and they're going around and they're reporting lives
Nobody's
They're
reporting
acting
you.
like they're Republicans.
So
Nobody's
Emma's a
reporting
big
you.
cock. Okay, Emma's a big cock.
I'm a big cock, Jeff.
Emma can't stay off my D. Okay, and this is a problem I have with Emma. Emma don't know when enough's enough. Emma,
You said you were
you're
gonna take
about to
my
be
account.
doxxed all over the internet. Your name, where you live, everything about you, I'm about to dox. If this continues.
Oh, bet, buddy.
Yeah,
It's
because you
gonna
can't even
continue.
do it live anymore with them idiots.
It's gonna continue.
I mean,
Go
everybody
ahead
has
and
the
commit a
right to be on
crime for
TikTok,
me.
you fucktards.
Go ahead and commit a crime for me, babe.
You're a yoga
And
mom, but
redneck,
yo.
you know me.
I'm glad I got that
am
on
Lady
recording.
Liberty. This is my backup because they got me
I know
taken
who you
down.
are.
Okay.
I know who you are, Miki.
So premeditation. Got
These
it.
people are going around and they're acting like they're Republicans now, and they're trying to get pages taken down.
No one's trying to get pages taken down.
That's what Emma does. So if you
Not
remember
true.
when I was in the agency, right? We the People with Philly by Day. Emma's
Emma what? Emma what?
oh you
Was
I want
it
you to show me
discontinued or
and
did he
DM
end?
it to me.
Hi.
He just lost multi-guest access. So I think he ended after that, but yeah, he lost. I was in the request because the second he said he was going to dox you, I was going to be like, Emma's like a survivor of DV and like her information is hidden for a reason. So you're a real piece of shit to want to dox somebody who has a ex-husband that is going to try and seek her out and harm her, right? Because you're also a DV sympathizer because you probably do the same because you're a piece of shit. Like I was going to fucking go off Emma. I was going to fucking lose it on him.
Commit that crime. Thanks for the premeditation that I recorded on camera. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
do I bother? Here's the thing, Jen. As a man, right? Because if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong. You're a cis man, right?
Yeah.
Why do I bother men so much?
I think you're fucking delightful.
Me too.
You were so fucking delightful. Like even when you're going to their spaces to try and debate them, they don't like it when you bring facts and it makes them lose their minds.
I don't understand. I think I'm pleasant.
You're not pleasant. You're delightful. Like you're a step up from pleasant. You're just.
Who's making my bestie feel bad?
No one's making me feel bad. You remember Trump is You Are Daddy or Redneck, whatever? We were just streaming him.
Oh my god, I fucking hate it.
We were just streaming him, and if you go on the YouTube and you go back a couple minutes, you can listen to him as he says, if I continue to do this, he is going to post my name, my address, and all of my information and dox me on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is he going to go after Judy from...
Well, no.
Is he going to go after Judy from Rowlett, Texas?
He's not the one who thinks I'm Judy. That's Mercy with the facts. But yeah, go ahead. I have the premeditation.
So that's a credible threat.
Yeah, I have the premeditation.
Yeah, that's a credible threat. That's legal issue right there.
Yeah, no, I was watching through Emma's live, and I told her, and I was like, I bet you I could join that live without them blocking me, and sure as shit, I fucking joined in there. They didn't block me, and then the second I heard doxing, I was like, what the fuck? No.
Hold it down for just a moment. I'm gonna run and use the restroom. Enjoy Ray and Thundercut. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jen, I'm
We're
voting
so
David
blessed
Jolly.
to have Ray and Thundercut here.
Hell yeah. I'm voting for David as governor of Florida this year.
So am I. I really wanted Dana Marie Foster to get the nomination. Who?
Who's watching Bluey?
My kids are. Sorry.
We're watching Bluey!
Yeah, my kids are Yeah, they love Louis a lot. But, like, I'm a little. Like, this is going to sound very, very weird to say, but I kind of wanted Fishback to get in only because of the sole fact that Byron is pushing for too much development and too much of things that, like, I moved out of New York to get away from. And I really don't want Byron to win, so I'm 100% voting for Mr. Jolly for governor.
No, I don't know if you know the history with Fishback. You did not look between Byron Donalds and Fishback. Fishback is a straight up Nazi.
I felt like I got that vibe off of him, and I second guessed my my gut instincts on it. I feel like fascist would describe him the best. I was going to go and vote, and I did register for a Republican for the primary. But I wasn't able to swing in there, unfortunately, because as I pulled into the parking lot, they closed the ballots. So I was like, well, shit, okay. Like, I missed the opportunity to go vote for the primary, but now that you've given me this information, kind of happy, I missed it.
All right, guys, I love you so much. I do have an op, so I'm gonna drop you.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
And all of us?
All of you. Sorry, geek. Hi, Diamond. In the chat, you said the left does have the power to hunt shit, but we are liberal hunting with ice. Can I have your age for TikTok?
No, I said the left doesn't have the power to hunt
No,
shit.
you should read
Republicans
your
do.
comment. I have it. Okay, here.
Oh well, that was a typo. I know one single letter makes things ineligible to you, but
no, it just means
yeah, it was a typo.
I read. So hold on. I read what you wrote. It's not ineligible. It would be illegible, right? But it wouldn't be legible because you didn't write it. You typed it. So like let's try to use proper vernacular words here if we're gonna have a conversation.
Whatever. But you get what I'm trying to say.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
46.
Beautiful. What state are you from?
North Carolina.
Nice. So I have some subjects up here at the top, or we could talk about current events. What tickles your fancy, Diamond?
Nothing. I just think it's funny to say MAGA hunting and the left don't really have the power to hunt anybody.
Have you been here for a minute watching the show?
No, I just came in.
Okay. So what MAGA hunting is because you are the one brave Trump supporter that has requested up here this morning to have a conversation with me. Normally I just seek you guys out like this, which is where I restream a MAGA live like this one, while I simultaneously go into said live on my backup account. Because I would rather do an 8v1 in an echo chamber and have my fans support me here than watch you guys be pussies and not come have a conversation with me.
Why do you think having a conversation makes someone a pussy?
Well, here's the thing. Why won't any of you have a conversation with me one-on-one? Why do you have to 8v1 me every time?
Do you think if Osama bin Laden was trying to have conversations with American and they refused, he could call them cowards? I mean, it's a conversation. It's not like it's a legit fight. Who's going to die in a conversation?
So then why are they so scared to come talk to me?
Nobody's scared. It's just most of us just don't have nothing to say to the enemy.
That's not true. I've had plenty of conversations
Oh, it is
over
true.
the course of a year and a half. They let me into their echo chambers. So they're
Yeah,
willing,
plenty of us will talk to you like I'm doing now.
They're willing to have an 8v1 with me, but not a one-on-one conversation. Why is that?
Probably because you kick or mute or other stuff like that. I don't know.
Let's
I'm here.
test it out. Let's test it out, Diamond. Pick a topic and let's have a conversation.
None of this is anything that I voted for.
So what did you vote for?
Martial law.
Why would you vote for martial law? You voted for an authoritarian state for what reason?
Because it wouldn't affect me.
It wouldn't affect you? You think what is martial law?
I live under laws right now. It wouldn't be no different having military in the street pulling me over and asking for my driver's license over a fucking cop. It's all the same to me.
So under martial law, you would not be allowed to leave your house until a certain time of day. You would have to be back inside your house under a certain time of day. You wouldn't be able to move freely. It would be vastly different than what it is today.
We would be able to operate normally. You'd have to be in at night at a certain time. Yeah, that would happen.
I don't think you understand what martial law is.
I do, because I'm the type of soldier that they would deploy during martial law. I'm retired military police.
So explain it to me.
What it would be us military police coordinating with local police, and we would just help enforce laws. That would be it. You would have a time to go in, but you'd only be allowed to come out at a certain time. No, you would still be able to work and function normally, but The whole protesting
That's not what I said
bullshit,
at
the
all.
rioting, the sharing your opinions on the street, yeah, that shit would stop.
So you don't believe in people's First Amendment rights. You don't believe in the Constitution.
No, you misrepresented your First Amendment right.
How
You think
am I
protesting is a right? Protesting is not a right. Your right is peacefully assemble. The word protest is never in the word.
So
No, peacefully assemble is what homeless people do when they beg for change, ma'am.
Blah 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 blah. So
There's no blah. That's a peaceful assemble.
Okay, are you gonna let me rebut, or are you just gonna talk over me?
Well, make sure you don't rebut nothing stupid because that is a peaceful assemble.
So when you peacefully assemble as a group and you have signs and you do chants, that's a protest, buddy.
And that's not a right.
That is a right, according to your First Amendment.
No, it's not.
What does your First
the word
Amendment?
protest is not in the Constitution.
What does your First Amendment cover completely? What all is in your First Amendment?
I don't have to say the whole thing. Your right is peaceful assembly.
And
am I wrong? Disprove me.
And
to petition your government. Petition
No,
means you file a piece of paper and you give it to somebody.
And what else?
That's it.
That's not it. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, which would be chanting, or of the press, which would be writing, like signs.
Freedom of speech means you can say what you want, not go out in the street and be a fucking nuisance.
I'm still
You're
reading.
misrepresenting it.
I'm still reading. So if
you're trying to manipulate it, ma'am.
I'm not. And
well, we're not going to listen to that shit.
Diamond,
you can go about that all you want to,
but
we're not going to listen
I'm
to
going
it.
to warn you one time. If you don't stop over talking me, you can't be.
Well, that's fine. You can kick me,
I will utilize the mute button. Okay. So we're going to be grown-ups here.
You can
mute
us.
Talk about the First Amendment.
We mute you in.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, which would be chanting, or of the press, which would be writing or news, or of the right of the people to peacefully assemble, which would be gathering in masses, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
Gathering in masses is not blocking traffic. Gathering masses is not cussing at federal agents standing outside of Delaney Hall. That's not peacefully assembled.
That's freedom of speech.
No, that's harassment.
Smith, thank you so much for the $5. Guest is a deeply insecure man who desperately wants to feel powerful. It's ignorant to assume. Hold on. Let me get the rest of this here. It's ignorant to assume you wouldn't be negatively affected by martial law.
Have a good day, Osama.
Scared ass motherfucker because he couldn't have a back and forth conversation. Can we get some baby bottles in the fucking chat and some W Smants? Remember, guys, just because the goal is done, if you want to donate, or you want to get rid of an op, it's $10 to pop an op, or for me to leave a panel if we go maga hunting. It's also $50 to permaban a person. If you do want to permaban a person, you all can work collectively together. Just make sure you put in the note who you're wanting to permaban. Hi, Francisco. Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yes, I'm 19.
Beautiful. What state are you from?
New York.
What time is it in New York?
It's almost 11.
Okay. And are you a Trump supporter?
No, but I have a contention with the prompts.
Okay. So which prompt brings you up?
So first of all, what you're saying, like, about the full prompts.
What?
Do you think... One second. About the full prompt, do you think that
Can you just read it instead of like giving me numbers, since the prompts aren't numbered? Can you just read the prompt that brought you up?
Yeah, it's all meant to someone. So do you think like men as a group is a bad group?
Okay. Have you heard of the It's All Men Till It's No Men movement before at all?
Movement?
Yes.
I heard about this sentence, but not about movement.
So I like to explain this using like a real life scenario. So in this scenario, Francisco, you and I are best friends. Like, we're attached at the hip. We were raised together. We do everything together. So we're going to a potluck. You're bringing something savory, like a nice pot roast. And I'm bringing something sweet, like a bowl of Skittles, okay? So I pull you aside before we enter this party, and I go, hey, Francisco, I care about you deeply, and I don't want anything to happen to you. So please don't eat any of these Skittles, because I thought it would be really entertaining to put a handful of poison Skittles in this bowl. So now that you know there's a handful of poison Skittles mixed in with perfectly good Skittles, are you going to eat any of the Skittles?
No.
Are you going to tell anybody else about the Skittles?
I mean, if somebody wanted to eat them, I probably would warn them.
Okay, so when we talk about it's all men till it's no men, we're not saying that no good men exist. We are simply saying that until men like yourself are willing to stand up to the bad men, warn other people about the bad men, and help us dismantle the patriarchy so we can live in both safety and equity in this world, it's going to be all men until it's no men. Because the facts are, men benefit from the patriarchy, which is why women or femme presenting individuals make 80 cents per dollar that men make, and they also commit the number one amount of violence against men, women, and everybody in between in the world.
So, no, this wasn't quite the question. My question was, do you think that as a collective, men are bad, or men are, as a group, are good or bad?
Until good men start standing up against bad men, it is all men till it's no men. When I walk into a room of 100 men,
That's not answering my question.
stop. I'm not answering the question the way that you want me to because you're trying to corner me. You're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, trying to make me seem like a sexist. If I walk into a room full of men, I have to assume each individual man in that room is unsafe. Why? Because men perpetrate the most violence in the world. You're trying to make this a sexist thing, when in reality, we're simply asking for safety and equity in this world. Is that a problem?
Wait, are you not sexist?
No.
Wait, so you support like equity?
Yes, for all people.
What was it? For example, that would include that for any role, the gender should not determine whether you're qualified or not, right? For example. So, for example, a prime minister, which is a role, is not supposed to be determined by your gender.
Correct.
Right? So, for example, electing your prime minister, which is how it works in democracies, should not be determined by your gender, correct?
Correct.
So why is your last problem saying stop electing men?
Because historically, we've had nothing but male leadership. And what we find when we elect men and we haven't given women a fair chance is that we have found ourselves in famine, we found ourselves in depressions, we found ourselves in war, we found ourselves in recessions. We have found men being sent off to a draft to fight for a country that they didn't volunteer to die for. So I think just based off history, we should probably just give women a chance to lead to see if maybe they can do something better. That doesn't mean like men should never, ever, ever be elected again. Again, it's just about equity.
But as far as I know, women are 100% have the right to be elected, but
But we don't elect them. We don't elect them based off sexism, right?
No.
What do you mean? Why has America never had a woman leader, even though the last woman who ran for president was the most qualified candidate we've had in a decade?
I mean, that's obviously your opinion, but the opinion
It's not my
of
opinion.
most Americans.
Why did this country that you claim to
How
live
is this
in?
not your
Hold
opinion?
on, stop. You claim to live in America, but you're talking about a prime minister. So I already feel like you're lying to me, right? So let's just be so honest. Stop. Let's just be so honest, right? Kamala Harris was vastly more qualified than Donald Trump, correct?
Again, that's opinion. That's subjective.
It's not. It is fact. How many branches of government has Donald Trump worked in?
How many what?
Branches of government has Donald Trump worked in?
He was a president, so I think.
Yeah, so what branch of government is that?
What do you mean, presidency? What do you mean, what branch?
Brother, where are you? Where are you from?
I just told you. What do you mean? I don't understand the question.
So you're in New York, you claim, but you don't know that we have 3 branches of government?
No, I do.
So what branch of government did Donald Trump work in?
Presidency.
That's not a branch of government. What are the 3 branches of government?
Like, court? No.
Nope.
Congress?
Nope. Those are things inside of branches of government.
Senate? I don't know. I'm
That's
not
a
in
thing
politics.
inside of a
to be
branch
honest.
of government. Sure is. Okay, so let me give you a little education here. Okay, so there are 3 branches of government in the United States. Those branches are executive, legislative, and judicial, right? So like the courts are inside the judicial branch of government. The Congress and the Senate, the House of Representatives, is in the legislative branch of government, and the president and the vice president is in the executive branch of government. Okay? So whenever we vote for a president, right, we try to vote for the most qualified candidate. In this scenario, you have 2 people running for this position. One person has worked in or adjacent to all 3 branches of government. All right? Another person was a reality TV star who erected a couple buildings in New York and worked in one branch of government one time. So if you were to hire based on these qualifications, which person would you hire?
But those are not the only criteria, like there are more to it.
Honey,
For example,
I'm not
the
talking
people
about
who
criteria. Stop obfuscating from the question and answer the question. Because what you're trying to do is square peg, circular hole, right? You're trying to say that I'm sexist because you say it's my opinion that is subjective that Kamala Harris was more qualified than Donald Trump. When factually speaking, if you put their resumes next to each other, there was one candidate who was more qualified to run a country because she worked in or adjacent to all 3 branches of government compared to a man who literally was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, didn't work a day in his life, was given millions of dollars, was a reality TV star who erected a couple buildings and ran for office one time. It's not a subjective opinion if it's true.
But again, I'm telling, like for example, the people who voted him, right? Um, if they were pro-life, for example, which I'm not, I'm just speaking for them, right? Um, and Kamala is obviously pro-choice, so they would prefer him for that reason.
Okay, so they voted for a rapist instead because they're pro-life?
Those, I'm telling you, like the many reasons they have a very different ideology they're promoting.
I understand they are pro. I understand. I'm asking you a question again because again, this is based in fact. Should people who are pro-life vote for a rapist because that's what they did?
I'm not justifying them, right? That's the reason.
I never said you're justifying. Francisco, this is not a gotcha moment. I'm not trying to make you out to be a bad person. I am asking your opinion. Do you think a pro-life person who values life, allegedly, should vote for a person who violated another woman's bodily autonomy on purpose and forcibly and deliberately penetrated her as she said no? Does that sound like a pro-life stance to you?
I don't think so, but again, like
Right.
the point is that they didn't vote for him because he's a man. They voted for him because of his ideologies, because of how, well, I don't know, like his speeches, or I don't know, they found him interesting, or they found him relatable, or anything like
They
that.
found
I don't
a
know.
rapist
That's the
felon
point.
relatable?
I don't know. I don't know the reasons the people vote for him, but
I
you're
know the
saying that
reason. So hold on,
the only
Francisco.
reason.
Francisco, you admitted you're not into politics. I host this show every day and have for almost 3 years now, right? So at the end of the day, I think I would know why people have voted for Donald Trump because I've talked to hundreds, if not thousands, of Trump supporters. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people will say they didn't vote for Kamala Harris because she's a woman. Is that sexist?
If they admit that, then
They
yeah, I
do.
guess.
So telling me
It's
that
like,
I'm wrong when you're not involved in these conversations is kind of silly, don't we think?
I'm not saying everybody did not vote for him just because like maybe there were some people who did vote for him for that reason, but I think that's like the minority, right?
It's not.
It's
Actually.
like, and also I don't see like the difference between you and them, because for example they believe that you should only vote for men because I don't know, there's sexist reasons, and you say that they only should vote for a woman because of your sexist reasons.
Does this
So I
say
don't really
only
see the
vote for women?
stop electing men. I mean, yeah, it's
But
kind
it
of
says
that.
again, what did I say? So this is a little bit of a rage baity topic to get people up here to have a conversation, right? Because unfortunately, that's what we've had to dumb ourselves or bring ourselves down to in order to get people up here to speak. So when you said stop electing men, how did I respond to you? Do you remember?
Oh, you did like a little modern Bailey, and you say, well, that's not really what it means, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what modern Bailey is, right?
Right. So I said it's not what it means because of what? What reasons did I give you?
You said that we should give women a chance, which
because
they
of what?
have. Because history, most
what have men
leaders,
done in history?
many stuff. Like, be more specific.
Okay, give me one good thing that a male leader has done throughout history.
Well, are you serious? For example, okay, I'm not sure you would consider the establishment of the U.S. good, because I'm not sure how patriot you are, but I could
Hold
definitely.
on, what did we have to do to establish the U.S.? What marginalized community did we have to murder to establish the United States of America?
Was simply conquering, but there's nothing really
So
that.
conquering
It
just
was
makes it
many
better
years.
that we murdered women and children. Great.
It was many years before. It was the Spanish, and it was many years before establishment of the U.S. But the point is,
Guys,
Francisco,
remember, it's $10.
don't obfuscate away from the point. Do not obfuscate away from the point. Which group of people had to experience a genocide, a whole fucking genocide, in order to establish the United States?
I don't know. It happened many years before, right? Maybe the Indians, something. I don't know.
Yes,
Indigenous
people. Yes.
We don't use the word Indian anymore because we know that the United States is not India.
I don't know that's what they are.
No, they're
I don't know, man.
indigenous. They didn't come from
Same thing.
India. They were from what is now America the entire time, which doesn't make them Indian. It makes them indigenous.
Francisco, when did you move to New York?
When did I move to New York?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, when I was 3 years old.
I don't believe you.
Oh, you don't have to.
See, that's the thing, though, Francisco, because as someone who was raised as English as a second language, I know for a fact that when you have that much time, 16 years in the U.S. education system, unfortunately, that beautiful accent that you have goes away. So I don't believe that you moved here 16 years ago. Also, you lied to me on my panel when you tried to come up and told me you were 21.
Nah, dude.
You're
I
already
don't.
on.
Who are you, by the
No,
way?
we've spoken before, Francisco. We have.
Who are you?
Because you
What?
came up and had a discussion with me about stop electing men. And when I asked you for a good male leader in all of history, you said, well, you know, there's this and that, the founding fathers, Abraham Lincoln. And I said, brother, Abraham Lincoln would have stopped the war without freeing the slaves. And we had that whole back and forth.
He did free the slave, by the way. Like, who do you think freed the slave?
He didn't. The enslaved freed themselves.
Oh, they. Yes, you hear how stupid that sounds, because
No. Don't try to speak to me
that
about
sounds
the history
silly.
that I studied. Don't try to speak to me about the history that I have studied when you don't know what the 3 branches of the fucking government are.
Okay, but hold on. You know how silly they sound, because they could if they free themselves without the government
Brother,
intervention.
this is not the point of
They could have
conversation.
done this before.
I need you to address the fact that you still have not given us any fucking example of a good man in leadership.
What
Go
about
ahead.
Benjamin? No,
Benjamin Franklin was not an elected official.
no, Netanyahu.
What?
Benjamin Netanyahu?
The man committing an act of genocide.
The man who only has a state of emergency declared because he doesn't want to go to jail for fraud and bribery? The man who committed an act of genocide to keep himself out of jail?
How did they came to the conclusion? What are you trying about?
Bibi Netanyahu, the man who is actively slaughtering hundreds of thousands of Palestinians right now.
Right now, but right now there's a
Are you
ceasefire.
Israeli? Francisco, are you Israeli?
No.
Where are you from?
I told you, I'm New York. Well, I moved here
No,
from.
you're not American. Don't fucking lie to my face. You moved here from when you were 3 years old. Where's your family from?
Ohio.
Okay.
Don't fucking lie to
hold
me.
on, Francisco.
This is not an Ohioan accent.
Before you became a naturalized citizen in America, where did your family immigrate from if they moved you here at 2 years old?
From Ohio.
That's not immigrating.
No, we didn't immigrate. We moved to New York from Ohio.
Okay, so your parents were also born in America. Where are their parents from?
I don't know.
You don't know where your ancestry is from.
Like, I know
What's
my
your first
grandparents live
language,
in America
Francisco?
too. I don't know.
Your
I don't
grandparents
understand
from
What's
where?
your first language?
Kiki, hold on. Your grandparents are from where?
I mean, they live in America too. Like,
I know, but where are they from? Okay, hun, your family immigrated to America, which is why you have the accent that you do, correct? There's nothing wrong with that. Right? Where did they immigrate from?
Like my grandparents are Brazil and Israel.
Thank you. So you are Israeli.
No.
You just said that you came from Brazil and Israel, right?
Wait, so if your grandparents are from Ireland, are you Irish?
Yes.
Yes.
How so?
That's part of your ancestry. So
Okay, so where are you from?
I'm Scottish and Irish.
You're Scottish and Irish.
Yes.
But okay, where? Okay, so who in your ancestry came from Scotland? Like your grandparents?
Yes. So my mom's family actually came from Scotland, and my dad's family came from Ireland. They immigrated here a shit ton of years ago. Like, I'm not exactly sure when, but I've traced my ancestry all the way back to my Scottish and my Irish roots. I'm actually a princess. I come from a royal line in Scotland.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that if you're going with this logic, like you're African because all humans started in Africa, right?
I want to fist fight so bad,
with
Francisco.
this logic, if we're going with this logic too,
Guys,
you actually
please.
from space.
It's $10 to pop it up. This is ridiculous.
You actually, you know, all humans are originated in Africa, right? That's a proven scientific fact, by
You
the way.
just say misogyny? No. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We're not talking about haplogroups. We're not talking about haplogroups. We're not talking about fucking our descendants from Africa. Yes, we all descend from Africa, but that does not all make us black. Are we good?
I didn't say black. I said you African.
Some people did not descend from Africans. There are people who have Neanderthal DNA. Dear
All
God,
humans,
thank you, Jess.
all humans descended from Africa.
So
That's a fact.
Francisco, how do you feel about capitalism, babe?
I love capitalism.
Okay, well, have a great day because you just got capitalized. So you, Aussie Jess, for saving me.
Thank you, sis. Emma, what the fuck?
I don't know what's happening.
How did we get here?
Like, mid-conversation, my fucking steroids kicked in, and I'm just like, dying.
I know, you brought me up, you were like, thank God. Boop.
Like, please help me. This is crazy. This is wild right now. Oh my lord.
Are you Israeli? No. Where are you
my
from?
grandparents
Ohio.
are from Israel.
But where did your family... Like, brother, that accent does not scream Ohio.
As a Hoosier can confirm.
Also, it's very suspect that your family came from both Israel and Brazil. I wonder who escaped out of Europe to both Israel and Brazil.
Honestly, it sounds like Nazis, but...
If it goose steps like a Nazi and it salutes like a Nazi, it might be Francisco's ancestry.
Oh my god, I'm done.
How did we get here? Nobody's
W
supposed to
Ozzy
be
Jess for the
here.
other galaxy. Thank you so much.
That's my big sis right there.
I am gonna let the friendlies up for just a moment that are in the queue.
No, this is.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm just very briefly. I'm going to
Hello.
bed. This is a pre-banked kick. If you would like it. Hey, Gigi, we need to have a chat.
Please, I miss you.
I miss you too.
How's my Ripley?
That's all I have to say. That's all.
How's my Ripley? Don't you?
Oh, okay. Okay, I can't because I have to go to bed. I love you guys.
Rude. We're having a chat soon. Put it on the books.
Yes. Okay. Please and thank you.
Schedule it. I love you.
Anywho's, yeah. Love you all.
Good night. Everybody say good night to Fernanda
Good night.
Sissa. Erner, cleared the condensation.
I have a question. What? I came back in because I left for a minute because my Wi-Fi went out. I came back and you guys were talking about Nazi grandparents. I'm just curious what led up to that conversation.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard Francisco, the unfortunate fetus that was here just before you. This child was saying, "Oh, I'm from Ohio," but he had the thickest Portuguese accent I've ever heard, and I was like,
hold on. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but before Ozzy Jess goes to bed, thank you for the banked kick, Ozzy Jess. I had to go get a washcloth because I'm on steroids for my sickness and it makes me sweaty. So thank you for the banked kick. I love you. Go ahead, Gigi.
yeah. So Void is new here. Hi, I'm Void. I'm new here. We're trying to get him to tell us where he was from, and he's like, I'm from New York. And we're like, you're not from New York. Where's your ancestry from? He's like, Ohio. We're like, that's not an Ohioan accent. Where's your family from? And he's like, I don't know. We're like, where did your ancestors immigrate from? And he's like, Brazil and Israel.
And we went, oh that sounds like Nazis.
Yep.
Yeah, I had that same thought as well, and I was like,
This
Oh Lord.
Hi, Mike. Are you a Trump supporter? Mike, did you mean to request up? Mike, is that a big dog in your profile picture? Because if so, I want to pet it.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally requested up. I was trying to load my truck. The vibrations must have done it. No, I definitely am a Democrat.
Is that a big dog in your
Sorry
profile
about
picture?
That is my one of my golden retrievers.
Will you boop
I
his
want
snoot
it.
for me today? Be like from Emma?
Huh?
Will you boop his snoot for me today and tell him it's from Emma?
I would love to, but I'm not going to be home for another few days. I'm a national trucker. So I go around the country and send money back to my family. You know?
I grew up with my dad was a trucker. So.
Yeah, no, I go all over the nation. But
you need
no.
to take that boy on a road trip with you.
Oh, I would, but it's like an extra $100 to have a truck pet on the truck because they have to do the filter and all that. And well, my kids need it and all that. No, motherfucking Trump is the biggest goddamn moron. Just, he's a rapist, everything. Just goddamn, I have no idea why anyone would support that idiot.
I agree. Mike, I'm gonna drop you.
I'm the resident. Oh.
Thanks. You guys have a good one. Sorry, I'm not gonna kind of plug the thing because, I gotta drive and I don't like being on the phone when I'm driving, talking,
You have a great
I just
day.
passively listen.
Are you staying safe on the road?
Well, he was. So I don't know if you've ever been in a semi-truck, Void, but here in America, at least, you probably have higher tech over down under. But the vibrations, you're constantly going like this. So if his phone is in his pocket or under his leg, he probably was tapping with his leg and requested it.
Oh.
I didn't even realize it.
We typically, I don't know, we have like phone mounts, but I feel like is that not that's a common thing, right? A phone mount. I don't know. Hi,
I mean, well,
Garcelle.
it just depends on if you buy
Yeah, we have
something.
phone mounts.
Hi, Garcelle.
Hi.
Garcelle.
Garcelle is so cute. Stop.
I would like the argument as to why pro-choice is not an immoral act is not immoral. Let's start with your P1 and P2. Go ahead.
Oh my fucking god.
Fist
So
fight you
P
can tell. We're in the same city.
Did a debate bro eat Garcelle?
I love that that's becoming a thing.
I hate it.
Garcelle.
So my P1 is just cause. My P2 is
Fuck off.
I'm and the conclusion is hi, I'm Void, I'm new here, and I'm innocent.
My conclusion is eat a bag of phalluses expeditiously.
Emma, you ever know what's funny? It's like when I'll like panel with like pro-choice women and they'll get an up that says like in the last like, do you guys have kids? And then like pro-choice women would be like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, why didn't you abort them?
Because I didn't want to. Those are the ones I kept. I aborted one.
Valid. I don't even know how you afford two.
Barely.
It's like I can't even look after myself yet. I have to be financially responsible for like children. What is this?
Dude,
like hello.
I've decided in my next life. So here's the thing, right? My parents were so religious. Not only did they not let me listen to certain things and watch certain movies, they purposefully kept me out of sex education, and they would just argue with each other about who was supposed to teach me about safe sex. So when I was exploring and rebelling against my Christianity and my faith, I did things that felt good to my body, and then I wound up pregnant. And I was like, oh, I didn't know this was where babies came from, because I didn't. But now I have watched child-free women that I am immensely jealous of, because I already have kids, so what's a couple fucking more fuck trophies? It's all the fucking same to me. I love them, don't get me wrong, but in the next life, I'm going child-free.
Makes sense.
Fair enough.
This is why I'm like proudly just happy with my two nieces. And I'm like, cool. I have my niece. Go back to your parents.
I really want a dog. I really want a dog.
I have a bunch of those too.
I've got my cats.
2 of those.
I'm good.
So, Garcelle, I don't know if you know. I have. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have Luna, Loki. I have 4 cats, 2 dogs. 11, 10, 9, 9, 10, 12 chickens, 2 ducks, 3 jumping spiders, a husband.
Do you
2
live
kids.
in a farm?
Yes.
You live in a. Oh, okay, that makes sense. What do you like?
She got 24 acres out in Indiana.
Yeah, so I sent Geeky my location the other day, and Geeky went, "God damn, you really are in the middle of fucking nowhere, aren't you?" Yeah.
There is one road that doesn't even reach the pin.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that road is their driveway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's a private lane, and then my driveway branches off of that.
It's
So, like,
it's one of those places.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where if a horror movie were to be started,
it's my house.
That's the horror movie where like someone's like, we're gonna go camping in the woods, and then like that family goes and hunts them down and eats their flesh.
Which is Geeky. It's really funny that you say that, because, like, funny story. My daughter's boyfriend's dad came to pick him up one night, from hanging out with my daughter. We were here having dinner, watching movies. And so when you turn down my private lane, it V's, right? So when you stay on the right to get to my house, I don't know what's down on the left because I've never been down there. I've only seen it on the map, right? Well, he went down to the left because the GPS will not bring you to the right place. That was a big selling point for me. He said he got down to the left, suddenly the road ended, and people just started coming out of the bushes at 11 o'clock
Fuck
at
that.
night.
Fuck that. No. No. That's a big fuck no to that. What?
He has never come back to my house. Anytime my daughter wanted to hang out with her boyfriend, I had to go pick him up and drop him off, because his big bad MAGA father was like, "That's scary, and I don't want to go there."
Honestly, I can't
See,
blame him.
no, literally, because the way I don't even know. Like, I watched like so many of those like Reddit horror stories, right? Where like people would post on Reddit, and like it would be like horror stories or like spooky shit. And I don't even know what I would do in that situation if I was to drive down. And I already have a fear of driving out in the middle of nowhere at night. It's such an irrational fear because I would never do it because I'm indigenous. It ain't gonna happen. But no, no, thank you. I've
It's really
seen
funny
this
because it's
film
like
before.
I understand your guys' reaction on like a logical level, but like I don't watch scary movies. So like Geeky is always yelling at me because like I'll take my dogs for a walk at night before like going to bed, and I'll be like, "Oh, I heard something in the woods. Let me go check it out." And now I'm on the phone with Geeky, and Geeky's like, "Don't you fucking go in those woods. The sun's gone. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It's my
Emma?
woods."
Yeah,
Emma, how
no.
the fuck are you still
They
alive?
are that white. They are in fact that
I
white.
didn't want to
There was
say
one-
it. I didn't want to say it.
No,
but
I
it's
do.
That shit.
It's that white person shit. So one night
No,
we were on the
that's
phone.
American white person shit. I'm a
That's
fucking
American
German
white
white person.
Literally.
I would never do that.
Okay, at one point, Emma's on the phone with me, and Emma's like, "Hey, I just heard a horse in the woods. I'm gonna go
السلام
try to
عليكم.
Salam عليك يا محمد. بس دقيقة. So yeah, Emma's on the phone with me, and they go, "Hey, I think I just heard a horse in the woods. I'm gonna go try to find it." And I was like, "The fuck do you mean you're gonna go try to find it?"
None of my neighbors
So
have a
they're like,
horse.
"Yeah,
I was afraid it was injured.
Wait, Geeky, have you ever
Worst
seen that?
case,
If none of your neighbors have a horse, maybe you shouldn't go check out a random
Wait, Geeky, have you ever seen that meme that's like white people afraid of nothing except people of color?
literally, white folk are not afraid of anything except for black folk."
my
tortilla.
God.
But like, I'm not kidding. They were like, "I'm gonna go see if I can help this horse." I was like,
جاكي جاكي في إمكانية
"شو عم يصير؟"
إمكانية أحكي
أمي
أختي
بس
جاكي يعني
دقيقة.
بالأمس وقعت مجزرة ضخمة مجازر أختي جاكي وقعت بغزة هون عنا مجازر ضخمة الاحتلال الإسرائيلي عم بيرتكبها بغزة أطفال قطعوا إلى أشلاء كانوا ذاهبين يعني للمنفس الوحيد في قطاع غزة ولا هو البحر على البحر كانوا قاعدين تم قصفهم وقتلهم بدم بارد أشلاءهم تناثرت بالمياه تم تقطيع أشلاءهم قطعوا تقطيع بالمياه واليوم تم انتشال 50 شهيد من تحت الأنقاض
50 So he's saying
50
that
شهيد اليوم تم انتشالهم أطفال ونساء من عائلة السوافيري
in the background.
من عائلة السوافيري
That noise in the background is in fact gunshots and tank shells. And he's telling me that there were people just out on the beach and they were slaughtered in cold blood. And just today there have been 50 martyrs. Just today.
Israel.
أنا لدي صور أختي جاكي إلي صور أنا معي صور صورناهم لو أنا أعرضهن هون على التيك توك بيخربوا اللايف لكم وبيحضروا صفحاتكم فأنا ما بدي أضركم أختي جاكي ولكن غزة قاعدة بتموت غزة قاعدة بتتدمر غزة كل يوم فيها قتل ودمار غزة تقتل فيها الأطفال يوميا جاكي يوميا تقتل فيها الأطفال ما ضل فينا حيل أختي جاكي أطفال بريئين أطفال بعمر الورد بيقتلهم الاحتلال بدم بارد
He's saying that the kids are being slaughtered in cold blood.
Are the babies okay?
Saying the children are being slaughtered in cold blood. الأطفال تبعك هن منيح صح؟
الحمد لله أطفال منيح الحمد لله ولكن احنا قاعدين نتعذب أختي هون بغزة احنا قاعدين بنموت أختي احنا قاعدين بنموت يوميا فجأة بتلاقي خبطوا وقصفوا بنموت قاعدين.
He's saying his kids are okay, but the kids are being slaughtered in cold blood, and that they are as young as flowers, cut down, and that it's happening in cold blood, and they're targeting the kids. He's saying that they're sitting in Gaza just waiting to die.
من العالم بتمنى من
Emma, are you
العالم
okay?
بتمنى منكم انتوا اللي حتحركوا الدنيا. بتمنى منكم تحركوا الدنيا بامريكا وانا وين. بتمنى الكل يسمعنا. بتمنى من الجميع انكم توصلوا صوتنا. اسرائيل ما بدها تقتل الفلسطينيين بس. اسرائيل بدها تقتل الفلسطينيين بغزة. ما بدها حل. ما بدها حل. احنا ما بدينا اشي. احنا يوميا نقتل ندبح على مرأى ومسمع من العالم. على مرأى ومسمع
He's
من
saying
العالم
that
يقتل. اختي جاكي بكفي.
we need to mobilize the world because of the war. We have not done enough to mobilize our country, and that we're not angry enough. Emma, I'm so sorry, babe.
No, it's okay. This just sucks because there's nothing I can do.
I know. You guys, if you can, Mohammed does have young kids. He's got 2 6-month-old twin babies. And he essentially all of the money that he makes off of TikTok goes directly to getting them formula so that they can eat.
I also have Mohammed's
But
link.
they're targeting the kids.
I have his link. This it's not a GoFundMe, but it's similar to a GoFundMe. In the link tree in my bio.
Yeah, I need to I have $185 for him that I need to send him, so I'll do it through that link.
اختي جاكي خدي هالموقف. اختي جاكي خدي هالموقف. طفل اليوم عمره 5 سنوات. الناجي الوحيد هو الوحيد اللي نجا من المجزرة. الناجي الوحيد. عيلته كلها ابوه وامه واخوانه كلهم كانوا ميتين. اليوم لما تم انتشالهم من تحت الانقاض هو الوحيد اللي طلع عايش. كان بتطلع فيهم هيك بنظرة انه ابوه وامه ميتين واخواته.
حبيبي قطع الخط. He's saying that there was a 5-year-old who was the only surviving member of his family, and then I couldn't hear the rest of it, if he had passed or not. Wasted, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Wasted. We do more for Palestinians than you do for your own family.
The Wasted, I wish I could, but at the end of the day, I still have kids I have to feed too.
Fuck.
What?
Where'd he go?
No, yeah,
Hopefully he comes back. It's okay.
We aren't
If
angry enough, you guys.
If you do have $1, $2, anything you could donate, here, let me show you. So this is where you're gonna go. I have my TikTok pulled up already. Let me go to my profile. Okay, just hearing those kids
Shatters
in the
me. I
background.
hate this.
Like as a mom, Okay, so this is my profile here. Let's move the MAGA hunting banner down real quick. Okay.
Thank you, Liluna.
Go to my link tree. He is the #1 link right here at the top. Right here at the top to help him. This is him and his beautiful family.
That's him in the middle.
Right here.
His brother was martyred 2 years ago. Members of his family have been killed. He's been a reporter in North Gaza for longer than the genocide has been happening, but he's been targeted specifically, and I don't know what it is, but he's managed to escape God knows how many things, and one of the things that I fucking panic over is the day I don't hear from Aboud or Hiba or Mohammed.
Mohammed. Yeah.
Because there. I hate to say it this way, and I need you guys to fucking hear me and be angry about this. There will be a day where it comes where I won't hear from them.
I hate that.
Oh, that just dawned on me in the worst way.
One of my biggest fears is that he comes up here and he tells me that something's happened to one of his kids.
Ooh, that just fucking dawned on me in the worst way.
To put this in perspective, Mohammed's oldest son is the same age as Pterodactyl. And you guys show up and you show out for me and my son every single day. And they're living in a tent. And they're unable to have access to clean water and safe food and clothing and shelter to make sure their babies are taken care of. And I recognize the immense privilege that I have, that I get to wake up in this beautiful house every day, and that things may be hard in America, but they are not that hard. And nobody should have to live that way, and no child should have to grow up that way. And all I do is cry on this goddamn app.
Dave, since this app has made Emma cry.
And I want
Zero.
you Republicans, the Republicans specifically who voted because they're pro-life, I want you to recognize that you're not pro-life because you want women in America to give birth while children in Palestine die, and you say nothing about it.
Kara just sent me a Israel-Gaza conflict map. It's horrendous. Jesus. Yeah, there are midterms coming up. If you find out that your candidate took APAC money, hold their feet to the fire. If they support Israel, you hold their feet to the fucking fire. You hold their fucking feet to the fire because it's time that they lose their fucking jobs.
Agreed. Will you ask
Salam
them if
alaikum.
they're okay? Upload it in, yeah. There she is. She's on.
Salam alaikum. Aboud actually speaks very good English.
Yes, thank you so much, my sister.
شكرا عليك. شو الأخبار من
عليكم
هناك؟
السلام.
كيف حالكم؟
الحمد لله my sister الحمد لله.
كان في كتير يعني a lot of stuff has happened. العيلة تبعك بعضهم منيح أو شو مصير؟
I don't understand what you said, my sister Kiki.
Oh, that's fine.
Because my connection is not good.
Yes, I'm asking about the kids. Are they okay?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, they are okay.
Good. For anyone who's wondering, Aboud does have she has kidney disease, and she needs to leave Gaza to go to Egypt to have medical intervention. But as everyone knows, because I've spoken about this at abhorrent length, they can't leave and come back. So we're trying to raise money for them to all be able to leave, her and her kids. And I believe it's going to cost them around $5,000 per person to do that. So we're still trying to raise money. She was supposed to be able to leave and go before the genocide started. But unfortunately, there's a whole ass fucking genocide happening. We are not angry enough, you guys. No, go for it, boy.
Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, if you don't have any coins to spare to kind of help out, or any funds, if you click on Omabud or Mohammed or Hiba's profile, or any of our Palestinian friends, and click on like the little circle thing, and then click like. If you do that about 50 or so times every 10 minutes, it counts as a coin. And then that way you can like still contribute without having to put yourself out of pocket.
Guys, if we could help these lovely people.
Hi, Ina.
Hi.
Hi, Geeky.
If we could help these lovely
Salam
people in any
alaikum.
capacity, please do. I'm sorry that I'm crying. I'm like, my medicine has me just all emotional and messed up. And I'm emotional anyway. You guys know this. And just hearing babies in the background and I can't do it. I can't deal. I can't deal. So I'm sorry for crashing out, chat. I love you guys.
The valid crash out, I'll be completely honest. Remember, guys, click on their profiles. Following counts as coins as well. Liking them, like clicking on and like tapping on like, directly helps as well. It counts as a coin. If you do so every 10 minutes, it adds one. So then you can max it out. Even if you don't have coins, that's what I do. Just in case. But fuck is real. Free Palestine. From the river to the sea.
Absolutely. I just hate crying on this app. I feel like that's all you guys see me do is bawl my freaking eyes out because so many things just like they hurt my heart, man. This world sucks.
We really, this is one of those moments where I'm like, if there is a God, and we have a biblical flood on record, quote unquote, to reset the human race. We are so much worse now than we were then. Where is that biblical flood? Where's the reset? Where's the reset? Have we tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Because this place is a shithole.
Like what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in the Congo, what's happening in the like so literally like what's happening literally like next door to us and what's going on is so fucking disgusting. Like the fact that like I don't know. I don't even have words. Like I can't say it without getting myself bananaed. So, you know, I can't really sugarcoat it, so I can't say it. But if you know, you know, just yeah, fuck this system and planet. I want another timeline. Exactly. Especially the people that are like voting people in that do support this shit. Like I don't want to hear anything about a moral high ground from these people when they're supporting genocide.
Breaking America news. FBI seizes Swalwell's devices, executes search warrants in sexual misconduct probe. Under the jail. If Swalwell found to have done what they claim he did, under the jail. All right, guys, we could do better than that. Let's get Heart Gaza and Abood some more coins so that way they can feed their families today. before we get off for the day, I am still feeling pretty under the weather, so I will be calling it here soon so I can take a nap before getting pterodactyl from school later this afternoon. Because I just didn't sleep very well last night. I just kept coughing and coughing and coughing. I was scared to take a cough suppressant because of the medicine the doctor has me on. Thank you, Garcelle, for being here. Love you so much. I'm working on getting better. I have like 2 more days of one medicine and like 3 more days of another. Mohammed's back. I'm glad to see him back before I end for the day.
الله يعطيكم العافية. انقطع النت والله جاب. الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله أختي الحمد لله. ربنا يفرجها علينا وعلى جميع خلقه. حسبي الله وانت نعم الوكيل بس. يعني جماعة الخير قلت لك اختي جاكي يعني اليوم طفل عمره 5 سنوات فاقد كل عيلته ابوه وامه واخوانه بتطلع فيهم اللي انتشلوا من تحت الانقاض من عائلة السوافيري. منظر صعب جدا اختي كان يعني اشي بقشعر له الابدان. حسبنا الله وانت نعم الوكيل.
شو صار الخط قطع شو صار شو
عم بقول لك اختي هذا الطفل عمره 5 سنوات. طفل عمره 5 سنوات كان بيطلع في عيلته وفي اهله 200 كلهاتهم تم انتشالهم من تحت الانقاض. اليوم 50 شهيد من عيلته وهو الناجي الوحيد من هذه العيلة. عمره 5 سنوات لا يتجاوز ال5 سنوات. منظر صعب جدا. افرجيكم من الصورة تاع.
he's talking about one boy who's 5 years old and how his entire family was martyred. 50 people from his family were martyred in front of him. 5 years old. Emma's gonna have a heart attack because her heart is shattering.
These are just kids, man. I just want to hold my baby. Thank you guys for all of the gifts that you're sending to them. This world has too much evil in it, and you know it's really bad whenever you're attacking children.
Sister Ima, please big box 1 minute. Please big box.
Yes, Mommy.
افرجيكم الطفل يا جماعة الخير.
هذا الولد
هاي الولد. شوفوا يا جماعة الخير شو اللي قاعد بيصير عنا بغزة. طفل عمره 5 سنوات هيك يصير في أهله كل أهله يكونوا ميتين. حسبي الله وانت نعم الوكيل. حسبي الله وانت نعم الوكيل. العالم كله مش مطلع لأنه هون بغزة، العالم كله متخاذل عن غزة. ليش ليش عم بيصير بينا هيك؟ ليش مش بيكفي؟ مش
في شيء غلط
بيكفي موت
بالدنيا.
وقتل ودمار. شو
عن جد
دمه
في
هذا
شيء غلط
الطفل يفقد
بالدنيا.
دمه وامه واخوه؟ عالم منافق، عالم منافق، عالم خذلنا، عالم شو اطفال بتموت، اطفال. وين حقوق الانسان؟ حقوق الحيوان يا عمي انتوا عندكم بتعملوا حقوق للحيوان، اما حقوق للانسان ما فيش حقوق للانسان. هاي الانسان شفت شو بصير فيه؟
ايه نشوف. He's saying, what does this child do to deserve this? Why are kids dying? What did they do to deserve that kind of treatment? And to deserve to die? What crime did they commit? Why is the world okay with doing this? Why can't we stop it? It's a good question. Why can't we stop it? We're not angry enough, you guys.
شوف علي جد ما بدي احكي لك، مش راح اقدر اوصف لك الحالة هاي. يعني مش عارف شو بدي اقول لكم. انا مش عارف شو بدي اقول لكم. انا بطلت اقدر اني انا اقدر اتكلم في هيك شيء. تعبت وانا بتكلم، تعبت وانا بيجي 3 سنين بناشد بالعالم انه احنا قاعدين بنموت يا عالم. احنا قاعدين بنموت يوم يعني مش عارف كيف بدي اقول لك. انا تعبت كثير وانا باشكي وانا بحكي. يعني بليز help me stop firing Gaza. Please help me stop firing Gaza. Please help me stop firing Gaza.
نحن بكون كتير، قلبنا معكم.
شوف علي بدنا ما اعرف ليك، مش عارف العالم كله اللي قاعد بيصير بينا، شو اللي قاعد بحصل. فينا حيل بالمربنا، ما ضل فينا حيل.
He's saying he's tired. He's saying they're all tired.
بيكفي يا عالم. بتمنى من العالم انه يقف معنا ويوقف الحرب علينا بغزة، لانه ما ضل فينا حيل. تعبنا كتير يا عالم. احنا كل يوم نفقد اهلنا واخواتنا وامهاتنا وابهاتنا، كل يوم بغزة بنفقدهم، ما ضل فينا حيل. يمكن بكرة انا اروح او اولادي او زوجتي او امي، ما ضل فينا حدا. ليش هيك بيصير بينا؟ عشان العالم كله مش واقف معنا، عشان العالم ما بده يشوف ويسمع ايش قاعد بيصير هون بغزة. ما في حدا سمعنا. بتمنى من الكل وانتم بتفتحوا لايفات عارفوا العالم شو بيصير هون. عارف العالم شو بيصير هون. 50 شهيد بيوم، يشتشلوهم 10,000 مفقود ما زالوا تحت الأنقاض، تحت البيوت المدمرة. ما في حدا قادر يمرق آلية واحدة حتى تقدر تنتشل هؤلاء الشهداء من تحت الأنقاض. 10,000 مفقود مش بيكفي. 3 سنين، 1100 يوم، وإحنا بنذبح أطنان من المتفجرات بتنزل علينا، قنابل نووية ضربوا فينا. قنابل نووية. كفي بكفي انخنقنا يا عالم، انخنقنا. كفي كفي.
Guys, unfortunately, I do have to end. If you guys have any last minute gifts to throw at Abood or Heart Gaza or Mohammed, please do. I think I'm gonna go pick up my boy from school and just give him a big hug. Abood, Mohammed, I love you guys so much. Heart, I love you. I hope you guys
Love you
stay
too.
safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.